Hello everyone! We are back again with more Little Busters. Things are finally getting serious with Komari here, and we're going to wrap up her story probably most likely today. And if we don't do that, then how? Give me a second. Okay, I'm all good. Yes, I am ready. I see she likes you very much. Are you going to play the role of her brother? What? When she finds a suitable person, she will want to substitute her original brother with them. Do you think she'll stop being like that if I become a substitute? I just make her forget faster, and she would keep breaking whenever she faced one of the triggers. That's how it is with Komari. Eh? I mean my wife. I told you she and my wife were too much alike. His gaze drifted outside again. I used to be in the same spot where you are now. My older brother coughed up blood and died, much like Takuya. Komari liked him. She was crying her eyes out and kept looking for him. I wanted to help her out. That's the same. That's exactly the same as what's happening with us right now. Soon after, she began to confuse me with him. By becoming a substitute, I tried to help her out. It seemed to work and she went back to normal. I did believe at the time that what I did for her was the right thing. However, it turned out that I hadn't solved anything. She kept remembering about him over and over again, and it wore out her mind. By the time there was nothing else I could do anymore. But for her last 3 days, she recognized me for who I really was. Without those days, I couldn't have regarded her as my wife. In the end, I wasn't able to save her, despite enormous time and effort. All I got from it is regret. It's an old story, forget it. What if I refuse to be a substitute for Takuya-san? No idea. None at all? She might stay as she is. Or she might forget everything. What are you going to do, kid? I thought playing Takuya-san would solve the problem, but I suddenly remember what I had told her. Can I be a substitute? Hang on a minute. Just take a look. Okay, all's good. Mike works. I'm being a substitute for your brother. If dreaming of him makes you happy, I want to take his place and make you happy until you next dream of him, and even after you dream of him. What an idiot. What an idiot I have been. Running away won't solve anything. Don't blame yourself, kid. But if I hadn't told her something like that, it's not your fault. If I had known the truth, she wouldn't have become like that, you think? I'm not saying that, but regretting won't get you anywhere. Then what am I supposed to do for her and how? Kid, I am one who ran away. Not only once, but twice. Even the reason I came here is just to escape. Eh? No one knows what the future holds. What if I died right in front of her? At the very least, I don't think I will live longer than you kids. I suddenly understood. That was the reason why he kept Komari-san away from himself. He must have wanted to see her and talk to her. I do have regrets. I can't help thinking there could have been some other way. So there's no advice I can give you. You have to deal with it yourself. But I don't know what to do. Who does? You can't take back the past. You can't do over what has been done. But it makes it sound as though the cause of all this happening was that people loved each other. Takuya-san loved Komari-san dearly, but what he did all for the sake of Komari-san has been crippling her instead. She loved him, but that's the reason she still can't forget about him, still needs him. And even the other people around her who love her haven't been able to do anything about this problem. Same goes for Kojiro-san. He's been living all alone so as not to hurt Komari-san. I really like it the best when she smiles. I don't want to see her the way she is right now. That's it, Kojiro-san. What? I'll figure out what I can do. Perhaps there is something only I can do. Got it. Help her out. I will. This talk is over. You don't have to listen to any more boring stories of an old man. You mean you don't want me to come over here anymore? I don't want to leave any more things behind. I only want to pass away quietly without leaving anyone behind to remember me. I will decline that. Because I want to hear more of your stories, and I decided what I'd like you to do in return. Please meet Komari-san. I promise I will prepare everything for you to meet her. Huh, you sure say some things. I'll think about it. Okay, thank you for everything. I bowed my head and tried to leave the room. Wait, kid. Eh? He stood up and walked up to me, and then he seized my right hand and stuffed a piece of paper in it. I'm finished. Hurry up and go already. Eh? He kicked me out of the room. Like, literally kicked me out. Outside the room, I checked out the paper. What was written on it was the address and directions for a graveyard. Am I supposed to go meet Takuya-san? I'm going there. That's probably something I have to do. Like the other day, I took the same train that Komari-san had used, and reached the same station which we had gotten off together. This music. As the train left, the sound of the rain took over the landscape. I wish it stopped raining right now, I thought, looking up to the murky gray sky. If only a wind had blown away the thick clouds and the sun had shed its light on that roof again, it would have been a wonderful place. Alright, I made a strong nod to myself. I had no time to let the rain bother me. I opened the umbrella I had borrowed from the nursing home and left the station. Checking out the note given by Kojiro-san, I made my way to where the instructions pointed. The town was strange to me, and no one passed me on the streets. I was all alone now. If I could walk together with Komari-san once again, I would surely be able to laugh away even this rain. I hastened my pace. I arrived at the graveyard under the heavy downpour. I guessed that very few people visited here at this time of June. My diagnosis was based on the tall weeds I saw growing here and there in the yard. Treading carefully, I checked out each one of the gravestones. There it is. Notice there was a stump of a completely melted candle on the pricket. Looked like somebody had come to visit here before me and replaced the flowers. The flowers were yellow chrysanthemums. I stood in front of the grave. It was the place where Takuya-san was sleeping. He must have been the only person who loved Komari-san more than anybody else in the world. I joined my palms and closed my eyes in supplication. Takuya-san, Komari-san is about to lose her smile. What can I do about it? There was no answer. Perhaps if he had been alive, he would have been able to set her free from what was binding her. But Takuya-san was not here, nor was there anything more he could do for his sister. That is why such things were happening. Why was the reality so cruel? Recalled the many pleasant memories of the Kamakita siblings she had shared with me. Those days would never come back. What on earth did I come here for? I murmured to myself. Didn't believe in another world where dead people would go, but if Takuya-san had been watching us from up there, he must have shared my frustration over not being able to do anything. I had never wished in my entire life for somebody whose face I didn't even know to still be alive. In the end, all he had left was nothing but sorrow. Wasn't it? This had been unavoidable. There had been nobody who could have done anything about it. I did understand that. Nevertheless, Komari-san had depended too much on Takuya-san. Hence, even if she tried to forget about him, she couldn't. That book about a chicken and a chick was the proof. What would Takuya-san do? What would he do if he were alive and saw his sister right now? There was just one thing that came to mind, and that must have been what I was supposed to do. Alright, I told myself with a nod. This was something I had to deal with myself. Still, I didn't even know where to begin, when after another, raindrops were falling from my umbrella. Through those falling raindrops, I saw another umbrella. That silhouette? Kengo? The umbrella faded away into the rain. Did I get the wrong person? I tried to catch up to him, but couldn't. In the first place, it's not like Kengo could be here now. I turned around. I focused on where Takuya-san was sleeping. I'll figure it out. I told him and turned back the way I came. Weird. I'll figure out what I can do. Though I'd make that bold declaration, I was low on ideas. But I really had to do something so that this wouldn't keep happening to Komari-san. If I left her alone, she could be broken beyond repair. I didn't want to let that happen, ever. What changed her must be her feelings toward her brother. I needed to release her from her illusions, and to make her accept the ensuing grief. Could I really do that? Given that I had still not fully come to terms with my parents' deaths, I couldn't be too confident. I arrived back at our dorm room. There was a note from Masato saying I'm staying at Kengo's room again. I really was grateful to him, because I wanted to think about the problem alone in peace. Well, I was thinking of the little match girl, whom nobody had cared to help. Komari-san had told me she could never like the story. Up in the cold sky, the little girl saw a shooting star, and she remembered the words her deceased grandmother had told her. When a star falls, it means someone has died and their soul is ascending to God. Didn't think that part had been included in the version of The Little Match Girl I had read. That bit had probably been omitted because it was kind of hard for children to understand. The story Komari-san told me must have been the unabridged version. Souls ascending to God. I imagine in my mind, unbeknownst to the little girl, the soul which ascended to heaven at the time was hers. And it didn't matter how beautiful and warm once she saw the right at her last moment was, or even if she passed away with a smile. If the story were a happy one, nobody would look upon what happened to her with pity. In other words, the story was a sad one. There was no one who even tried to help her out. Then, I would help her. I would give a helping hand to that girl whom nobody had even deigned to pay attention to. I would create a story like that. That was what Takuya-san had left undone. I really wish everything that was sad in reality could just disappear. But I knew that was impossible, so I would be the one to help. Can I really do it? I took a look at the picture book Takuya-san had drawn. The cover had gotten all wet, and so had the streets within. However, Takuya-san's signature on the cover was still clear because it was written with oil-based ink. The sign was irrefutable proof of who had created the book. I wonder, was he already preparing for death when he was making the book? Komari-san said it was painful to be forgotten. Is that really what he had wanted to tell her? The doubt passed through my mind. This was the book that Takuya-san had finished on his deathbed, worrying about his little sister. This was a book just for her. Could that kind of book really be about nothing but sadness? I picked up the book and began reading it again. Though this book was wet and somewhat blurred, it was still readable. At last the chicken remembered the egg. It did remember. I applied the story to what was going on with Komari-san. The chicken and egg in a spiral of forgetting. This is, I recall what Kojiro-san had said. Takuya-san may have known what happened between Kojiro-san and his wife, the other Komari-san. And he had been hoping his little sister wouldn't turn out like her. I got it. I thought I had finally managed to figure out what Takuya-san had wished to convey to her. What I'm going to do is the right thing. I must believe that and push forward. Alright. Motivated myself by uttering the magic words, for the sake of Komari-san who had taught me those words. Speaking of Komari-san, what was she doing right now? The image of her crying came uninvited to my mind. I made a phone call to her. The phone you are called is switched off or out of service. I got a message, out of service. I felt a shiver run through my spine. I called Rin's number. Rin? Is she nearby? What? Rin, do you know where Komari-san is? She's sleeping. Eh? I was worried, so I came to see her. Okay. Seems that Rin has been concerned about Komari-san too, and had gone to visit her room. Riki, she's definitely acting weird. What's going on with her? Sorry, I should tell you. I told her all I knew. It's terrible. I'm so sorry for her. I couldn't say anything back to her. Is there any way to help her out? Yes, I'm going to do something about it. So can you please take care of her for a while longer? She didn't answer. Rin? Riki, she's a really important person to me, but I don't know what to do. So, promise me you'll get her back to normal somehow. Yes. I hung up the phone. All that was left was for me to give it my best shot. I was going to do what nobody had been able to. I went and bought the materials I needed. I was going to create a picture book. Its title, The Little Match Girl. I was going to take that sad story and save it. I'd already decided on the plot. All the work left to do was to draw it. Oh, I'd barely even drawn a picture before in my life. Should have brought a how-to book on drawing or something too. In the first place, I barely remember the story of the Little Match Girl itself. There was a notebook under Takuya-san's picture book. It was the picture book Komari-san had made. I thought I should use her work as a reference. As for the story that I need to compose on my own, to begin with, it'd been pointless to just make a copy of the original story. I started by making a rough sketch. I felt crestfallen to see how awful I was at drawing. I erased my lines again and again until the paper was all messy. However, the more I drew, the better my work gradually got. And then the draft was finished. There was one blank page left over. Well, there were many books that had blank pages at the end. I traced the letters with a felt-tip pen and moved on to coloring the pictures. I haven't used watercolor since elementary school. I contemplated on that while putting the colors onto the palette. Trying to draw myself made me impressed anew at how great Takuya-san's work was. Was it simply that I didn't have any talent for this? It didn't matter how bad I was at painting, though. This was something I had to do. Whoa. Apparently I had fallen asleep without realizing. It was already morning. Huh? A blanket had been drawn over my shoulders, and there were 3 rice balls and a note on the table. You shouldn't cut class. Masato. Unable to assist, but I wish you the best of luck. Kengo. I think your work looks great. Don't work yourself too hard. Kyosuke. I have to keep going. I thank them all silently in my mind as I readied myself for work again. Time is passing. Done. The next morning I was finished with the coloring. All I had left to do was bind the papers together with a stapler. Went over all I had drawn, and compared it with Takuya-san's story. Even though the colors of his work had faded and it was been soaked by the rain, it still looks much better than mine. The work that he created for his little sister on his sickbed, and the one that I had created overnight, anybody could tell he was far superior. Nevertheless, I was sure that his strength of my feelings for Komari-san was equal to his. Although I might not be able to make it by myself, I believe he also surely would have been hoping she would smile again. And then before I realized it, I had fallen asleep again. On the rooftop, the sun was bright in the sky. I was waiting. Could I release Komari-san from the chains that were binding her? Takuya-san, please let me borrow just a fragment of the strength of your feelings for her. I addressed my words to the picture book he had made, and I closed my eyes as I continued to wait. A few minutes later, I heard the bell ring. It meant the one I had been waiting for would be coming up here shortly. There she is. Oni-chan? Komari-san had arrived. It is Oni-chan! She ran up to me. Komari-san. What? You have to stop running away. Your brother is Takuya-san, not me. I am Riki Naoi. I am not Takuya-san. Look, it's the picture book he made. The cover's crumpled up from the water, but you can still see his name on it, can't you? Then, where can I find him? You can't find him. We can't find him anywhere. But he promised he would never leave me behind. Even so, you can't. I can only imagine how painful it must be to accept that, but it's the truth. She fell to her knees. Then, even though he won't ever make me another book, I ruined it. I ruined that picture book, precious book myself. Wah! I can't stand this dream anymore. Komari-san, you are in the real world. Your brother used to be here, but he no longer is, and you need to accept the sorrow of that, because I want to help you. Here, take it. I took her hand and put my book in it. Is this? She opened it. Did Oni-chan make it? No, I can't do it as well as he does, and I don't presume to say my feelings are stronger than his. I just want you to know that I made it in order to save you from sadness. I, Riki Naoi, made it just for you, Komari-san. This is not a dream, and there are lots of sad things around. You told me how sad it was that the chicken and chick kept forgetting their past, but you're wrong. That's not what Takuya-san wanted to tell you. They keep forgetting because they are sad. They think it's sad that they can't return to the past. That's why they forget. However, there's no end to it. That's not a good thing. Definitely needs to stop. They will have to accept it someday. Hence, the chicken at the end remembers the time when it was an egg. Wanted you, like the chicken when you grow up, to be able to accept the sad things. That book which he drew contains the hope he always had. That's what I think. Komari-san? He's gone. But I am here. Riki Naoi is here. Then you are sad? Why don't we go find a lot more nice things together? You do have eyes. I can find any number of them. And I promise I'll be by your side to smile when you're sad. I promise I'll bring you way more happy things than sad ones. So, show me your smile. It didn't stop, like you did before. Tears kept rolling down my cheeks. I love to see you smiling. They just wouldn't stop. If you give me a smile, I'll smile even more. I knew I was supposed to smile. Then you can give me an even greater smile, right? Words just kept on coming out of my mouth. Please, smile. Now I could tell. My feelings for her and Takuya-san's, they had overlapped. I wondered if through my body, I could transmit them to her. Now Riki was sad. The end. Don't look away. Open your eyes. Komari, I'm sure you will be okay from now on. And once again... Once again, I want your smile to shine like the sun. Komari. My beloved Komari. If after your tears you can smile again, always stay smiling. Aww. Riki-kun. I'm with Riki-kun. Yes. And Riki-kun is crying. Yes. I'm sorry. I made you cry. That makes me sad. If I were to keep crying, Oni-san wouldn't be able to stop worrying about me. It's sad he's gone. But if you are here to smile for me, I'm sure it's all going to be alright. I can avoid becoming sad. But if I can find a lot of awesome things, as long as I'm with you, Riki-kun, I'm sure I can find them. She answered me, and then she smiled. Let's find those nice things together. Sure. I want to go see that beautiful lake again with you. I want to go see shooting stars on a winter day again with you. I want to eat sweets again with you. Those and a lot more things. Let's go look for nice things together. I'm sure you can find them as well, Riki-kun. Riki-kun. Riki-kun, you have shown me a final dream. It was a most wondrous dream. Riki-kun, you can do so many things better than me. But it might be possible for me to do something great as well. Please grant those ending worlds their final dreams. You are my star, Riki-kun, so I know my wish will be granted. My third wish. May your eyes grow a little better. Only a little better. So you may see all the many nice things out there. I can no longer see him again, but thank you. Thank you, my beloved. Very nice. Oni-chan, I'm so sorry that I kept you worrying about me until now, but I am alright now. I know I'm alright, because a certain someone told me so, and I'm sure even I can smile now, even though I have finally realized you are gone, and there are many sad things out there that make me cry. I am sure that after them, I'll be able to smile yet again. Not yet. One sunny holiday, I was walking down a street. Rookie-kun was by my side. The two of us are going out. Ooh, I'm so nervous. He had said he wanted me to meet someone, but he didn't tell me who it was. Well, you don't have to be. How could I not? I don't even know who I'm going to meet. Actually, you do know them. I tried to puzzle it out, but I still had no idea. What if they were family? What? Oh, were we going to see my father and mother? I think it's too early to do that. We're still students, and you can't tell them that we're getting married yet, but I do want to marry you. No, we're not, but I'm ready to go meet your parents if you're really serious about wanting to marry me. Well, I am, but I'm not. No, I totally self-destructed. Well, there's still a long way to go. Until the time we're going to marry? Well, I guess. I poked him back a little as a payback for the fact that he was always teasing me. I gazed into his face with a grin, and he looked away embarrassingly. Talking with him like this was the most enjoyable thing in the world. It was fun and made me happy. Aww. Oh, I almost forgot. Here. That's nice. I took out a picture book that had always accompanied me. It was one that Rookie-kun had written for me. Didn't I have to bring that along? This is something precious to me. I'm going to keep it with me for life. I tried doing something with the last page, by the way. I mean, the page was blank and the story didn't seem like it was over. So I added the final bit. Let me see. I showed him the last page. She disappeared, huh? Yes, it's a little bit sad, but I believe it's a good ending, because it's not only sad. The phantom of her grandmother faded away at the end, and the girl was left alone. After that, she nevertheless found a great many wonderful things and lived her life in happiness. Yay! I think that's the first story done. Yep. I think this is the ending song to the anime as well. We did it, guys! Yep, that's Komari's story. It's a good one. One of my favorites in this series. Well, let's hear the music. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Clap, clap, clap. You know, I looked at the time. I could have finished this yesterday if I didn't have my hair appointment, my hair cut. Oh well. I'm okay with finishing it today. Now we can move on to the next story. But who will the next story be about, though? Yay! Completed Komari Kamakita's scenario. Heck yeah. That was cool. That was pretty awesome. Still don't know, like, if the game is too loud or not too loud. I can never tell. No, not load. How about new game? Yeah, let's do new game. Kyosuke's back! Again! He's always back! It drives me crazy! Ah! Okay. I have the next person here, so... Okay. We good. Kyosuke's back. How back is he? Whoa, he's really back. Yes, again, we're skipping the dialogue that I've already seen already. Should I watch the opening again, or no? How about this? Because it's so big, we'll wait until the last story to see the opening again. Because it's a big game. So our first choice for what's her name is gonna be on the 15th. So we'll pass. We'll pass by things for a bit. Here's the scene again. Go ahead. No, wait a minute. I don't want to. She refused. Let's make a major change. How about this? Daida Basu, pinch hitter base. Okay, go ahead. Do it yourself. Refused again. Okay, go ahead. No way. Refused again. Okay, go ahead. Get real. Refused again. Ew. Battle sequence. I don't know. One of the things is, watch the battle. CG. Should I have it on, or no? I don't know. Fudge it. Maybe just for this playthrough we'll keep it on. Oh, I forgot about this. Need to hold back. Oh yeah! Yeah! She flew way too high. Disappeared, becoming a small dot in the sky. Yeah, only that faraway scream still resounded in my ears. My. Isn't that, like, a bit too high? She already went above the roof. She's falling. The small dot in the sky was gradually getting bigger, taking on a... Ah! Lend it to her, don't lend it to her. No. Hi, Komari, what's up? Go look for her, letter B. Letter B. We'll have this be off again. As fun as it is, battle rankings, nah. Here we go, this is it. Use another notebook. Yeah! The next option is the 17th. Hurry forward. There's Komari. How you doing? Or not Komari, Saigusa. Do it by yourself. You gotta do this kind of thing yourself. I see. You're right. Those are the rules. I got it. I'll have to make a detour, but I'll turn it in myself. Seeing him off, I also left the classroom behind. I'm glad you understand, Kengo. Call it a day. Alright, let's call it a day. Hi, Kud, what's up? I'm not gonna get too involved, sorry. Think you can even beat those novice underclassmen? You're 100 years too early to be thinking of challenging me. Mission failed. Wasn't it different from the original mission? It's fine. Whatever. Alright. The option is watch the battle, okay? So I'm not gonna look for it. Watch the battle! Ow! Alright. The next one is on the 18th. Okay? I'm not going to the rooftop. Relaxing at her favorite place, so I feel bad about disturbing her too much. I decided to have my lunch in the classroom. Hi, what's your name? Hi, other peoples. You are holding up unexpectedly well. Well then, I shall take you on myself. Oh, she almost won there. That's about right. As expected from Sasami-sama, your fighting style is really elegant. We shall take our leave. Was that different than the original mission? It's fine, whatever. Alright, so we need hostility here. I don't know what that means, hostility, but there we go. Okay. I guess stay in the courtyard. Since we're not involved with anyone else. Go buy juice, I guess, or play with Masato. Watch calmly, stop her. We'll watch calmly. Alright, the next option, I didn't get hostility for some reason. Go buy juice on the 21st, okay? Not too curious, I guess. What's this about? Sender Yukio, no subject. I'm free now, so let's have some fun. Free, she says, so what about it? Looked at her, she was leaning on her chin with only her right hand working the cell phone under her desk. Guess it wouldn't be impossible to see what she was doing from where the teacher was standing. To begin with, I replied, like what? Kuragaya-san glanced down below the desk without changing her posture and typed a reply. Sender Yukio, just skip to the part where you run over to young man Masato, yelling Ayo and execute the 100 Pegasus strike on him. What the heck? Certain Pegasus warrior. That is insane. Or rather, she must be really bored. Sent a reply with my thoughts. The answer came immediately. Alright, I'll send you a wonderful picture then. Open the picture attachment. Something with green and white stripes. The image was small. Couldn't make out what it was supposed to be. What is this? Komori-san striped... Gah. What is it, Naoi? Nothing, I just joked. What the hell did she send me? Just kidding. That was too much for a joke. I texted her back. They're my... Don't worry about it. Gah! What's wrong, Naoi? Have you caught a cold? No. To tell the truth, I just used some paper and a marker. What a sorry excuse for a prank she came up with this time. Another image arrived. Yes. It was obviously an elbow. It's erotic like this. Picture shows a few lines drawn on a scrap of notebook paper attached to her elbow. Point is to show a little value like this. She's really got too much free time and stopped texting me until the end of class 30 minutes later. She's crazy. It's finally break time. Play with Masato. Play with Masato. Masato, let's have some fun. Oh, my muscles are resting now, you know? Really? Too bad, and we'll have fun some other time. Okay, drop by any time. I'll be waiting. After homeroom, school was over. Heading to club like always. Guess for Kengo, who stood up without even turning in his direction. Of course. Tch, you always have time. You have time for some girl, but none for us. What are you talking about? Weren't you drinking tea with some girl on a bench behind the school cafeteria? Everyone in the classroom was busy getting ready to go home. After Masato spoke, it suddenly became quiet. Not to lift up the bench from behind and let you two free fall, but since there was two of you, I couldn't. Don't do that even when I'm alone. I wanted to see your happy face and go, whoa, awesome. That's dangerous, you know. Masato was dense, so he didn't notice, but it became a real scoop anyway. The whole classroom was buzzing with whispers. They were speculating who the girl might be. Of all of us, Kengo was the most popular with the opposite sex. But perhaps being unaware of it himself, he tended to keep his distance from girls. I'd actually never heard about him being alone with any girl other than Rin. There was a table and bench behind the school for those who wanted to eat outside, but it had rusted, so nobody took much interest in it. To be alone with a girl in such a place must have been a date. Wouldn't you be fine with even from the rooftop? Falling from the rooftop? You should taste the thrill of free fall. Don't be unreasonable. I could sense everyone's growing impatience in my skin. Why isn't Masato asking about the girl who she was? We're totally going out, I heard the girls grumble in vexation. Was that your girlfriend? No, it's not what you guys seem to be thinking. She's Koshiki from the archery club. The instant everyone heard the name, the classroom fell into silence. Everyone knew the name, and furthermore, everyone was aware of her situation, so nobody attempted to pry further. Nor did Kengo say anything more. Without saying a word, he picked up his bag and left the classroom. Not long after that, Rin dashed over. Was she his girlfriend? No. I answered in sheer amazement, but then I remembered how small her circle of friends was. Miyuki Koshiki from the archery club, often described as a beautiful prodigy. The image of her was clearly etched into my mind. A beautiful face and covering part of it, a symbol of tragedy. Have you seen a girl who always wears an eye patch? She shook her head and the bell in her hair chimed twice. She lost vision in one of her eyes. She wasn't injured or anything, but she doesn't remove it, even now. She listened to me silently. She's the daughter to a family well known for its skill in archery, so there were high expectations for her, but tragically an unfortunate illness. In a similar position related to martial arts and high expectations, Kengo is closest to her. That's why I think they've got a lot of things to talk about. She finally understood. He's not very sociable, but he's a good person. He's reliable too. Yes. But I'm starting to feel embarrassed about what we're up to now. Kengo is walking his own path, becoming strong for a girl like her. But what we're doing now? For whose sake is it? She pondered deeply. It's fun for now, she answered easily. I couldn't help but smile. She's right about that. Help us find some members. Bye-bye. Hey! Well, surely ran away from us. In the end, we're the only ones left. What are we going to do about the member search? Let's see. I'll go ask around the muscle clique. I see. Here it comes, an incomprehensible muscle request. Hang on a minute. Hang on, just got a deal. Muscle request. Our team is becoming a feeble one with nothing but girls in it. What clique are you? Oh. We zoomed ahead there. Play with Masato. Alright, won't lose to you at crawling. I noted to him and began to crawl. Oh, you're in a good mood, Ricky. Crap, I'm not gonna lose. Foo-foo, foo-foo. We continued crawling down the hall in silence. Kya! The female student we met on the way clung to the wall upon seeing us. Foo-foo, I'm going this way, you. Foo-foo, I'm... Guess it doesn't matter. I'll search around here. That's it then. See you later. It was fun. Foo-foo. Immediately started crawling away. Foo! I stood up and began walking normally. I'm not really sure where to go, though. What are you doing? Ah! Clang. Oh, another great hit. The ball flew off toward the setting sun, bathed in dazzling sunlight, finally falling out of sight. You're a surprisingly strong hitter. You're smaller than little Matsui. I'll call you little Matsui. Don't call me such a weird name. We've run out of balls. He took off his glove and stood up. Let's go get them. Yeah. I took off to look for the one that I hit at the end, the furthest one so far. I have no clue where it went. Reached the small passage between the school building and the fence. I think I can get behind the cafeteria from here. Just as I thought. Never imagined someone would be in this desolate place, so I automatically hid behind the fence. Hey, I don't really have to hide. Why is this music playing now? I cautiously poked out my head. Stunned, I hid myself again. Standing there was Kengo, and he wasn't alone. He was with a girl. I couldn't see her face very well, but judging from Masato's story, there was no doubt it was Koshiki-san from the archery club. She was wearing her school uniform, so I wasn't sure. I ended up standing there motionless. Whatever they were talking about, it seemed very serious somehow. Still, I couldn't hear them, but judging from the tone of their voices, I felt the air was charged with uneasiness. It was wrong trying to imagine what they were talking about, but hiding here was even worse. I should pretend I've seen and heard nothing and just leave. Let's do that. What's going on? How long Masato has been standing beside me? Behind me, I didn't know. I was startled for a third time. Is he drinking tea with that girl again? He peeked into the backyard and said, "Alright, two at once, let's give them a free fall." No, it looks like they're having a serious conversation. At times like this, shouldn't they yell out Yahoo during a free fall and let those emotions out? Of course not. You disagree. Right, so let's head back already. I'll do whatever you want. You know you're my favorite, Masato. Really? Okay then. Okay. There's still homework. Sorry, Cood. So what one's the next one again? The 21st. Remember that. Go! Haruka Kuragaya. I train with Kuragaya-san. And that's it. Basics, chocolate. Did I choose light straw? I don't think I did light strawberry. And this one. I recommend this one the most. It's called French strawberry custard. A strawberry on the top, custard inside, and an airy dough together make the best combination. Must really like it. And she was explaining everything excitedly and in great detail. Cool. Well, it's nice having Rin on standby outdoors, but there's nothing for her to do as usual. Tell her to go inside then. Well, we'll think of something. Meow! Are you hungry? Rin was talking to a cat. There's nothing left. Someone's here? She informed us. A teacher? No, a girl. You know her? I don't, but she's a second year too. What? Again with the recruiting stuff? We'll have Rin talk to her for now. We don't need any more girls. Good evening, Natsumi-san. Good evening. Oh, she's the one who greeted first. She sounds like a friendly person. My name's Koshiki. She proceeded to introduce herself. We stiffened at once upon hearing her name. Rin too was at a loss as to what to say. Konishiki? Surely didn't hear her name right. No, it's Koshiki. Koshiki. Ah! Had a bad feeling. Rin could easily spell out all the rumors she heard about her, but she stopped at that. Phew! Miyazawa-san always takes care of me. She continued her monologue. I'm thankful to him for that. No, please give him my best regards. Sure. Then good night. Stop her. We were startled, but the one who said those words was Kengo. Rin, stop her. Kyosuke continued. Wait up! Rin said sharply, almost threateningly. What's the matter? What, want to invite her? No, don't mention baseball. Talk about any foolish things that come to mind. Anything is fine, just keep her talking. Let me see. What are your hobbies? I don't have any. Miyazawa-san is always telling me to find some. She said in a self-derisive tone. Do you know about Miyazawa-san's hobbies? His hobbies? Reading books. Tell her I'm always reading books. He says he likes reading. Apparently, he's always reading books in his room. Their words overlap, and Rin failed to catch Kengo's words and asked back in puzzlement. Miyazawa-san's hobby, reading, is really such an avid reader? Koshiki-san was the only one to repeat herself. No, he's not. Miyazawa-san has always been walking the path of a sword. Right! Kengo hung his head in defeat. Does your eye hurt? She asked boldly. It does. It hurts a lot. That's a pity. Thank you. We'll have to get back to my room soon. Yeah. Good night. The dialogue was over. Koshiki-san had already walked away. What was that about? Kengo left the question unanswered, remained deep in silence. Good evening, Natsumi-san. And a new voice appeared. Sesame Sasagawa! She met her again? You were talking about Miyazawa-sama, no? I heard you. Just how popular are you? Miyazawa-sama's hobbies, what about them? Say his hobby is collecting wooden chopsticks and making a raft with them. He failed last time and it sank. Eh? His hobby is collecting wooden chopsticks and making a raft with them. He failed last time and it sank. She cringed a bit. It's very romantic. What a wonderful hobby. She somehow bought into it. It's too bad he failed. Did you help him? I didn't, and it's just something Masato made up, so he didn't make anything in the first place. Gah, making a fool of me again? Are you daring me for a challenge with that? Fine by me. Today as well, I shall shut that insolent mouth of yours. You, take care of her. Aww. To think you can't even beat those novice underclassmen. This isn't even worth talking about. That's unfortunate. What was that all about? I have absolutely no idea. That Kengo, never seen him like that. Alright. Yesterday after school, when I saw Kengo behind the school building, I had been getting a similar vibe. Was there a problem concerning Koshiki-san? But given Kengo's personality, he wanted to consult us about it. What should we do? I muttered, not intending anyone else to hear. It's okay. Of course it was Kyosuke who replied. We'll just continue being as we are. And so the night went on. The 21st. Go buy juice. Hi, Kuragaya, what's up? Hi, blue-haired girl whose name I forgot. I think Kuda's joined. Alright, next is the 22nd. To practice. Call it a day. Alright, let's call it a day. Kengo! No. Komari! Let's call Komari-san. Sorting the cleaning equipment. That thing came out. This is my home. This is my home! Alright, I guess this is my home. I'm home! Walked in and closed the door. It really is best to relax at home. I got out. What the heck was that? Everyone went, huh? So this is where Naoi lives, and went back to what they were doing. Nice one, Ricky! It feels a lot like a lot of people were looking at me with pity. But this is not working. It's impossible to get. Ah! Go find her. Yeah. Go to the backyard is the next thing we gotta do. Go to the backyard, okay? Doesn't say go back to the classroom, so we'll play with Masato. Masato isn't here, so I can't play. Wah, wah. Masato, did you forget it's Muscles Day today? Say what? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm getting such a tearing about it. The carnival. No, the Muscle Fest is about to start. I have no clue what that means, but I'm all for it. Alright, let's get started. Ha! Still your anger, oh great muscle god. Wah! Wafu, it's so exhilarating! I fooled around with Masato. Phew, that was fun. Yep. Why was Cood there, though? Ricky, what? I'll give this to you. You passed me a thing. What could it be? A hand grip! Alright, this is important. The backyard. Okay? Sorry, I'll be eating somewhere else. Look terribly lonely. Okay, I won't get upset about it. Don't mind, he murmured to himself as he left the classroom. I bought some bread from the school shop and went out of the entrance. On my way, I spotted a familiar face. Haruka-san. Before I could call out to her, she's already left in the direction of the cafeteria, humming a melody. Bye. It was different here from the courtyard that faced the front side. The many trees dimmed the light with their branches, giving a dusky atmosphere. Technically, this place was a part of the courtyard, but it was called the backyard in this school. There were many benches along the pathway, so there were people eating lunch here as well. Now that I think about it, I didn't see Kuragaya-san in the class today. Was she eating at what she called a small terrace again? I decided to go take a look there. Huh? Not here. I guess she's somewhere else. If she's not here, there's no reason to stay. Went to a vending machine behind the school gym to get some juice. I'm gonna open a different window. And decided to return to the classroom. On my way back in the corridor, huh? Suddenly heard the sound of a piano. The music room was in the northern building, so the sound wouldn't reach all the way here. Let's see. Listen carefully. I stopped and turned and tried to figure out where the sound was coming from. Oh, it's broadcasting from the speakers. I never paid attention to it, but maybe they actually had broadcast during lunch break. Or actually, if they really did, it's the first I'd ever heard of it. Whoa. Suddenly felt someone's breath on the nape of my neck. Whoa, you startled me. Howdy, young man. What are you doing so suddenly? Umu, I did that as a greeting. Seems like she always has to do something every time she appears. Are you going to have lunch? Yeah. Considering that you went all the way out to the terrace in the courtyard, could it be that you wanted to join me? How did she know that? Well, follow me. Wait. She began to walk right away. I wiped the juice I'd spilled with a handkerchief and followed after her. I was walking behind Kuragaya-san down the corridor. By the way, why aren't you in the courtyard like usual? I won't go to the courtyard for lunch. Too many people. Then where are we going? You'll see when we get there. Ha! We passed by the faculty office and kept on walking. Was there even anything all the way down here? We're here. She opened the heavy-looking steel door and stepped inside. There was a plate that read Broadcast Room on the door. Is this okay? How could it be otherwise if when I'm the chairman of the broadcasting committee? Eh? Besides, I'm about the only person who does the afternoon broadcasts. Is that so? Sorry, I didn't know that. Or rather, I hadn't even known they existed. Well, I don't think anyone really pays attention to it. It's just something to do. None of this is important. Come on in already. Okay. It was dim inside, with equipment scattered around. On a shelf with glass doors, there were videotapes, cassettes, and a big disc-shaped thing, which I wasn't sure what it was. That's an 8mm. There was a time when they used it. Aha! By the way, there aren't any porn videos. I wasn't really expecting there to be. It sure is difficult to figure out what's on your mind. She said this while opening the window. As she parted the curtains, it became a bit brighter in the room. It's not like I'm trying to think of anything too complicated here. Don't you understand the situation? You are now alone with a cute girl in a secret room. Well, yeah, that's true. Isn't your heart racing? It must be. Say, Yahoo, my heart is racing and I got this feeling. No, I don't think so. What about you, Kuragaya-san? Me? Well, if you're not feeling anything, I guess I'm not either. I don't really understand you. There are many mysteries in this world that have no answer. Well, it won't kill me not to know. Beyond that, I'm not so concerned. Yeah, you won't die. Don't worry. She sat in front of the broadcast equipment as she replied, and began operating it with an obvious skill. The songs I was playing ended long ago. Well, whatever. Now, is that really okay? I was late thanks to you. Alright, as punishment, you'll be announcing the next song. She got up and pointed the mic at me. Even if you say that, I've never done that before. It's easy. This button connects the mic. When you finish talking, just press it again. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, shut up already. She's scary. This is the broadcast template. Well, you just have to announce the first song. It's not that difficult. She put the CD in the deck and something that sounded like classic music began to play. What's wrong? Hurry up. I haven't so much as glanced at the template. The song currently playing is author's name, composition, song name. Looks like I'll just fill in the blanks. Looks simple enough. Look, the third track is here. You press the CD case to me. It looked like a Mozart collection. Wow, you're playing some pretty serious stuff. So I pressed the button. The song currently playing is from the Mozart collection. I blurted out involuntarily. Lick me in the... Just what kind of song was Mozart writing? It was a great announcement. Oni-san is surely satisfied. He was laughing cheerfully. You picked this song on purpose just to make me say that, didn't you? What are you saying? It was already decided last month. She showed me the schedule. In her case, even planning it that far wasn't out of the question. We'll have to broadcast one song less today, though. Oh well, no Beethoven's Rage Over a Lost Penny today. What a cheapskate, that Beethoven. Well, you're free to choose whatever songs you want. But actually, does this mean she's always only broadcasting strange songs like this? Don't worry, nobody listens to it anyway, unless they turned up the volume, in which case not only would the students, but even people in the neighborhood would be forced to listen. That would be funny. Okay, but forcing others to do something for my own satisfaction wouldn't make me happy. Sorry, hang on. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure I'm being forced right now. Your own satisfaction aside, isn't this a duty of yours as a school committee member? No, the afternoon broadcast isn't my duty. It's only a hobby. Ha! Speaking of hobbies, I have this thing here. She got to her feet and removed a cloth that was covering something. It was a white and black keyboard similar to a piano. Electric piano. It's not on the level of a mere mystery. It's already transformed into something of a ghost story. Rumor has it that even unplugged, it still plays songs on its own during the night. That's pretty corny. Can you play piano, Ricky? No, not a bit. I can't play any instruments. I see. That's too bad. She seemed thoroughly disappointed. Well, will you listen to me play? She turned it on and sat before it, and began playing softly. I was instinctively captivated by the sound. I got the strangest feeling from it, like I couldn't tell whether I was listening to it for the first time or not, and I unconsciously pressed the button on the mic. Didn't have any particular reason, but I must have felt that it wouldn't be so bad for the entire school to hear it. Or rather, I wanted them to. The song came to an end. That's about it. By the way, Riki-kun, why don't you turn off the switch? Eh? She walked over to me and pressed the button on the mic I was holding. If you wanted to broadcast that piano song, you would have only had to plug its cord into the PA system. Honestly, what silly ideas do you come up with? She said it while laughing. Well, it was a good song. Really? It was good? She switched on the mic. The song's author is unknown. The composition is dedicated to Riki Naoi. Gah. Hey, don't mention my name. It's a song I composed, and I just gave it a title. And that's what I call a silly idea. Don't worry, nobody was listening anyway. Did nobody really listen? It's true that I had no idea that she was doing these broadcasts in the first place. But that's Kurogaya-san. Do you only talk in a normal fashion like this during the broadcasts? No, I'm talking the way I always do. The reason I questioned her was because it was rare to hear her speak like this. We passed the time by chatting in this manner. Then the bell signaling there was 5 minutes until 5th period rang. Well, that's all for today. She turned on the mic. Today's afternoon broadcast is over. It was a rather abrupt way to end it. You know what I think? Kurogaya-san, wouldn't it be more fun if you acted more like your usual self? During the broadcasts? Fun? Yeah, you can listen to things up a bit like they do on normal radio shows. Well, that could certainly increase the number of listeners, but the reason for the broadcast isn't to get people to listen. I see. Is there any other meaning in a broadcast other than for people to listen to it? Kurogaya-san's expression didn't change as she hit one of the switches. The device let out a sound when she unplugged its power supply. And I'm not good at talking on my own. Well, there you have it. There's a few things I need to do after the broadcast, so you go on ahead. No, wait, you'll be done pretty quickly, won't you? Well, that's true. As we were returning to the classroom via the corridor. Sorry, you should go on ahead after all. Eh? I need to pick some flowers. Toilet, huh? Alright, I'll see you in class. Umu. We separated at a T-shaped intersection. At the same time, the bell rang for 5th period. Hurried back to the classroom. Seems like other than me and Kurogaya-san, everyone else was already back in the classroom. I could feel the strange stares directed at me. Hey, Ricky, where'd you go? Well, I was helping a bit with the broadcast. Broadcast? What broadcast? Well, the one they do during lunch break. Hang on a minute again. Alright. Huh? Was there such a thing? Seems there was, all this time. It could be that nobody has been listening to it after all. The speaker turned on, making a hissing noise, and all students must return to their classrooms at once and wait there. Teacher's voice informed. Huh? Something happened? It became noisy in the classroom. 2 female students hurriedly rushed back into the classroom. Koshiki-san! On the roof! She exclaimed. Oh no. Upon hearing this name, the one all of us turned to was obviously Kengo. Do you have something to do with that? She's on the rooftop and there was that broadcast. It must be something serious. So tell us. You can figure it out without me saying anything. Well, more or less. Kyosuke was standing behind us. What's going on? She was walking the path of the bow. It was her whole life. After she lost her sight, the future of hers was suddenly taken away. All she has sacrificed became in vain, and she lost her goal. To put it simply, she lost her reason to live. It might be something momentary, but right now she's in a much deeper despair than people around her realize. So deep that she abandoned her desire to live. Does that mean she's trying to kill herself? Ain't she stupid? Throwing away your own life is unthinkable. I agree with that. But your words won't reach her, as you hardly know what she had to go through. Anyway, let's search for her. We have to help her, don't we? Oh yeah. Yeah. Kengo. He didn't leave his seat. He was looking emotionless like always. Perhaps he was feeling full of regret on the inside. The one she always consulted was Kengo. Maybe there was something more that he could have said to her. Felt like he was regretting this. Kengo said his name one more time, but he didn't budge. Let's go on ahead. Kyosuke urged us on. Masato rushed into the corridor. Kyosuke followed after him. Press Kengo on, chase after Kyosuke. I think this will lead to an entirely different plot. Fudge it. She always consulted you, didn't she? You don't come to her now, when will you? Why aren't you saying anything? There's no one else who can save her as she is now but you know? You're annoying. Come on, get to your feet. I grabbed his hand, and he finally responded. I'm not that much of a kid. The air trembled because of his low, loud voice. The noise inside the classroom died down. He brushed my hand off and pointed at the ceiling. Eh? Go to the rooftop and see for yourself. It's already under control. Perhaps to drive students away, there was a teacher standing at the foot of the stairway. Endo, huh? Doesn't look like he'll let us pass. He was the counselor of the Kendo Club, and had a harsh personality, never showing any mercy to those who disrupted the order. Now you're the broadcast, get back to your classroom! Just as he spotted us, he rushed to drive us away. We've got to do it, Masato. Sure. Masato cracked his fist as he drew closer to the teacher. Hey, hold it! The difference between their body frames was too much. Regardless, the teacher didn't move an inch facing Masato. Probably should have said that's expected of a Kendo Club counselor, but Masato sent him flying down the stairway in no time. Okay. He'll get so mad at us later. Well, who cares? Let's go. The teachers were gathered up on the roof. Almost every teacher was probably calling out there. They were standing with their backs to us. It was a bizarre scene. Nobody took notice of our intrusion. All their gaze were fixed on one point, the one girl who was standing on the other side of the fence, with an eye patch that made her look so miserable, Koshiki-san. Now then, what do we do? First of all, it doesn't seem that she's serious about committing suicide. She's trembling. It didn't seem that she'd go back so simply. What good will it do if you fall into despair at this point? There's still a lot you can do. Teachers were lecturing her one after another, but she showed no reaction to their words. She was only shaking her head. You're wrong, you're wrong. Nobody can understand her. What is it that could reach her heart now? Something that Kengo I know couldn't do. There was no way those adults would be able to do anything about it. Will this work out somehow? She called up as if protecting herself from the eastern wind and clutched the fence. From that edge that was out of her line of vision, a teacher was slowly drawing closer. This is bad. The wind is changing direction. Kyosuke looked up at the sky. Eh? As if being provoked by the wind, Koshiki-san turned around. Her eyes opened wide. She opened her mouth and screamed something. As if it were a signal, all the teachers rushed over to her. Stop! I could hear Kyosuke's words. They were all too agitated by now. Masato tackled a few of the teachers down, but it was too late. I believe that to Koshiki-san, it must have appeared as if she was being hunted down by everyone. She took a step behind, even though there was nothing there. Was pushed down to the ground by someone. Amidst the scene, I saw a shadow leap over the fence. Kengo! Whoa! Oh my gosh. As if blown away by a gust of wind, everyone fell down on the ground. Kyosuke and Masato alone clutched to the fence. Bewildered, I unsteadily got to my feet. What happened? I asked them, looking at their backs. You come here too, Kyosuke beckoned me with his hand. Is there a scene of despair waiting for me down there? This fear assailed me for a moment, but their dumbfounded expressions told me it wasn't so. I leaned against the fence. I looked down, and there was a bead, the back of a male student kneeling down. He was embracing Koshiki-san, protecting her. He set her down gently and held out his right hand to us, giving a thumbs up. They're safe. All my strength left me at once. That's why he's amazing. And then the male student, Kengo, collapsed. Their checkup at the hospital was over in the blink of an eye. Koshiki-san wasn't harmed. Right now, that Koshiki-san and also me, Kyosuke, and Masato were in Kengo's room. Kengo was lying on his bed. His left hand was in a plaster cast. Both of his legs were alright, which could only be thanks to his extraordinary athletic ability. The arm he protected Koshiki-san with was the only thing that received damage. I even took away your dream from you. That's not true. It's just a minor fracture. It'll heal in 1 or 2 months. But you won't be able to attend the newcomer competition anymore. Isn't that all? It's not even your club activities. The one who saved her was Kengo, but the Kendo Club's advisor didn't forgive him. He banned him from participating in the club activities for the entire term. Even when other teachers tried to back Kengo up, he didn't budge. Most likely, on his way to the rooftop, he had to knock Endo-sensei down too. Having done the very same thing, we couldn't say anything in his defense. Whatever it is, this arm is useless now. I'm sorry. The atmosphere was heavy. Kyosuke should have said something to redeem the situation, but he kept quiet. Promise me one thing. Kengo went on. Never again attempt anything of this sort. I promise, I never will. This is the life Miyazawa-san picked up. Until Miyazawa-san tells me to, I'll never throw it away. I'm not asking you to return the favor, just be yourself. But I will be myself too. Besides Kendo? Koshiki, even if something leaves you in despair, there's still many things you can do. Don't forget this. As the 5th period was over, we headed over to the sports ground. What are you planning to do with that arm? Kengo was at the batter's box. In his right hand was a bat. Rin, come at me with all you have. He spoke to Rin, who was standing on the mound as if provoking her. Even if you hit the ball, you can't run at full power with that arm. Then I'll just have to hit a home run. Come, Rin. He repeated, piercing her with his glare. She nodded. Rin had a serious expression. She pitched without holding back. She made a huge swing and threw it. Clang! She turned around to follow the ball with her eyes, disappeared into the hill overgrown with greenery. He hit it! Masato stood dumbfounded. He seriously hit it with just one hand! He tossed the bat away and started walking along the diamond-shaped field slowly. I see. As long as he hits a home run, his injury won't get in the way, and he won't be retired. Am I no good? Am I a useless pitcher? I understand your shock, but your opponent was just too much. An injured rookie appears in the majors, huh? Wonder if by doing this he's trying to prove that there are many reasons one can find to live. Back to practice, idiot! Only Rin's voice resounded across the field. Oh, we still have classes. Kengo obtained the title Wounded Lion. Kengo joined the practice. Yay! The 6th period went by as if nothing had happened, but I couldn't shake off this thought. Was it all according to Kyosuke's scenario as well? Remember what he said in the morning. The remaining members is simply a matter of time. And I looked at Kengo. At that time, what did I think? That Kengo, who devoted himself so heartedly to kendo and firmly refused to play baseball so far, would not change his mind now? But he did, didn't he? An accident that no one could have predicted happened. I felt a slight chill. Just how far did his grasp on us extend? Or perhaps it was just me who connected the outcome to his words. What if that accident didn't happen? Kengo didn't get hurt, didn't change his mind, and nothing else happened. What if Kyosuke never put too much meaning in his words, and I simply noticed something that he said and that coincidentally turned into reality? Are you done? Let's go. Standing by my side was Kengo. Yeah. Am I done yet, you mean, by a bat? What's up with that? What bewildered him? I was bewildered. Him holding a bat in his hand was too bizarre a spectacle. That's right. He joined the team. I finally remembered. Don't go bringing a bat to the classroom, at least. That's not something you would normally do, right? I fell into confusion one more time. Masato, who was looking back at me, got up. Your personal bat, huh? This is something to look forward to. Since I decided to do it, I'll be serious about it. He pointed with his bat at Masato's jaw. What's with that? You're going to play baseball in the classroom? Are you stupid? He blurted out, looking at his face from the side. Foo-foo. Ha ha. For some reason, he burst out laughing. Oh, I don't mind being stupid. He swung the bat onto his shoulder and left the classroom like that. What's that? Kengo became an idiot. Couldn't comprehend it either. Was that really Kengo? It was such a drastic change, as if some screws had come loose in his head. I do think that he always had it in him, but it's like he suddenly switched into top gear and opened up completely. I challenge you, Kengo! Masato went running after him. Wasn't about fighting, probably, but about baseball. You have two idiots now. What troublesome childhood friends. That scene was somehow very soothing, nostalgic, just like the old days. Baseball is great. If it has the power to bring those days back, this is what I suddenly thought. Nishidono-san is going to be our manager from today on. Team manager? Do we even need one? Isn't it okay? Kyosuke answered probably before I could say anything. To in her defense, one problem down. Isn't the balance off with so many girls? No, it's just right. This is our team, the Little Busters. He surveyed the team members with a satisfied look. The girls who were talking in whispers at their own pace. Come on, I'm gonna make an... Ah! I think we're still... Yeah, the next thing is the 23rd, maybe. Go! Play with Kyosuke. You say it's awful. What exactly is going on? What's going on? It's not really that awful, I guess. She was honest. Huh? Riki-kun, you seem so busy, so it can't be helped this time. It's a pity. Well, it's not so awful, so we're going back. Thanks for the hard work. And they left. I see, so Riki chose us, huh? And we'll have some real fun without losing to them. Again, the competitive spirit of yours. Tomorrow's classes. Ha, who cares about that? Nobody asked you anything yet. Right now, our only concern is to enjoy this moment to the fullest. Is everyone ready? Ready for what? Of course, you need to feel some excitement. It's coming at an unbelievable speed. A Saturday Night Fever. It's Tuesday. It's here! Move forward by 4 squares. Whoa, another debt! A child was born. This wasn't living up to the hype just now. Getting together with guys like this isn't too bad sometimes, right? It isn't, but why did you make us make such a big deal out of it? By the way, we're keeping this up till morning. I'm already tired and sleepy. Alright, let's switch to tabletop baseball. We'll get tired of it right away. Let's crash already. How can I even play these games everyone's gotten tired of already? I choose Southern Sea. This person really was an eternal child. I want to sleep. What's wrong? Are you retiring here? It's no wonder since we've been playing board games for 4 hours straight. Then let's see. Let's talk about love. Exciting, right? Like a night on a field trip. You have someone you like, Riki. Why do I have to start? How about you? I don't. So who do you like? I don't like anyone either. That can't be true. You're at that age now. Then it can't be true for you either. So you start. I don't. So who do you like? Masato, Kengo, say something. They don't have anyone they like. So who do you like? Why just me? Come on, let it off your chest. You'll feel better. Didn't you see what I did before? I just refused to go with Kamari-san and stayed here instead. So wait, does that mean that rather than girls, you like Kyosuke? Is that true? Staring at me with a serious look in his eyes. Say it's true, lie to him. It's true! What if I said it's true, Kyosuke? How would you feel? Well, I'd feel happy. Among my friends, I always thought you were the cute one. And Rin? Of course she's cute too. What's this? Did he only look at me as a little brother who he had to take care of? What a letdown. Wait, just how was I thinking he'd see me? Hey, is your face red? No, it isn't. And so the night went on. Yay, I think. Yay, I think. Morning. Oh, morning. Sato and I greeted Kyosuke and took seats. Kyosuke was reading a manga magazine released today. You can have the rest of the jelly. There's always some stuck in the bottom of the cup. Rin also sat down, talking to a cat. Finally, Kengo appeared. Morning. Morning. Kyosuke replied without looking up from his magazine. More? No, wait a minute. Masato cried loud enough for everyone in the cafeteria to hear. Thanks to that, all the students in the cafeteria turned to stare at us. One in the center of the attention was Kengo. He was totally different from yesterday. What's up? You guys are too loud. He calmly set his breakfast tray on the table and sat down. Somebody's got 3 what the hell points now? What happened? Alas, Kyosuke stopped reading and looked up to see what Masato was fussing about. Huh? What the hell is that? Huh? Even Kyosuke lost his composure and confusion. Not sure what's going on, but it's a total of 5 what the hell points now. So what is it? He drew the cup of jelly from the cat's mouth and glanced at Kengo. Scary! What the heck is he? Scary, he's so scary! She too instantly lost her wits. Can I count her shouts? Do it. Rin says scary when she gets confused. I'm gonna get a drink. Stay hydrated, everyone, you hear? Alright, 8 points in total then. Can I add 2 more points? Good, you got 10 what the hell points, Kengo. Not sure what's going on, but it's your victory. Me neither, but thank you. Kyosuke and Kengo shook hands for some reason. So tell me what happened. It's possible to ignore it. You guys talking about my jumper? I don't know why, but Kengo is wearing a jumper today. The fact it's only worth 1 what the hell point, the reason he got was the logos on his back and chest. This is a little Buster's jumper, which I made. You made? Scary! Is that logo your original design as well? Kyosuke touched it with his finger. Ah, I spent the night on that. The night? That's why you went back to your room early last night? If you don't mind, I'd like you to recognize this as the official logo of our team. I'm excited, extremely fond of it. What do you think? I can't find the words. This dialogue is so messed up I can't make heads or tails of it. Yeah, silly geared up to the max. Well, Kyosuke cleared his throat and resumed reading his magazine. Everyone learned from him. Don't act like it didn't freak you out too. Oh, there you go. La 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 ah! But even if I say that, as always, I have nothing to do. Alright, let's go get lunch. Sato stood up. Yeah, and also followed us. He caught up with Kengo, who was walking ahead. Yo, Kengochi, it's pretty easy to spot you. You're so eye-catching these days. So are yourself. Kengo really stood out like a sore thumb now. When we were in elementary school, we'd jump and try to touch the ceiling. But now we can do it only by stretching our arms. No one can stop the flow of time, and as we keep growing up and getting taller. We're speaking fondly. One day we might be dragging our heads on the ceiling as we walk along. As if. I don't think we'll get that tall. Everybody ordered their lunch and took seats. Let's eat! He started slurping this curry udon noisily. That was making the soup fly all over. Hey, tone it down a little. You're getting the soup on everyone's clothes. My little Buster's jumper. Kengo looked crestfallen. Enjoy your lunch quietly for once. That's our Kyosuke. He used to this trade. He used this trade to shield himself from this soup assault. Yeah, morning everybody. I'm stretching. Everyone stretch too, alright? That voice made me turn around. It was Haruka-san. It looked like she was also decided to have her lunch here. Well, looked full of energy. She took a seat next to Rin. You came here alone? Well, it's a long story. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy a lovely time with Nego today. Nego, where are you? Lunchtime, moo. And my mother kept telling me to do it presto. Presto? Oh, what's up, Haruka-kun? Nego, I've been looking for ya. Did you want something? What is presto? The word means doing something very quickly without delay. No, that's not what I meant. What are these press and to? I mean, if someone told me to get to it, chop chop, that totally instilled a sense of urgency in me. I just don't know how to get in the mood for something like press and to. Those press and toe just don't make any sense to me in this context. Press president? That's not it. Is this some kind of sound effect? No, it sounds more like something you shout in martial arts. It must be press and tonic. They will sound fast somehow. What? And Nego has vanished? Ha 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 ha. And that's how I came to be alone now. I feel like I've just wasted a lot of my time. There was completely no content in her story. I think it'd work better if you establish some kind of cohesive links between the things you say. Say, Riki-kun, can you get me tencha tea, please? Tencha tea? It's sweet tea, okay? She didn't listen to my advice at all. Why do I have to buy that for you? Why tencha tea in the first place? I've got hay fever now. Even though your eyes aren't red, your nose isn't running, and you don't look pained at all. Cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, foop, foop. You're just saying that. And what does foop, foop even stand for? You're so useless, Riki-kun. Haruka-san was swinging her legs up and down, sitting in her chair. She looked like just like a little girl, impatiently swinging those legs wrapped in striped knee socks. Wanna get some tenchi? How can you be that selfish? Why don't you just do it? It's not such a big deal. Riki-kun, go for it. Lunch break would end before I made it get back. Both of you, too noisy, Rin shouted. Sensing Rin's bad temper from her voice, Haruka-san appeased her. Sorry, Rin-chan. Yes, we were too noisy. Give me jasmine tea while you're at it, Riki. Rin, you didn't listen to me at all. Speaking of which, Saigusa, didn't you come here to have lunch? Hastily turned a hand into her blazer pocket. Then she dug both her hands into the pockets of her skirt. It'd be impossible to keep a lunchbox in a place like that, though. Did she have bread or something elsewhere? Somewhere? She started undoing the buttons on her blazer. Hey, hold on! What are you doing, Haruka-san? That's weird. I'm sure I put it in a pocket. You might have dropped it in the hallway. Could be. I'll go and search. She stood up. Hey, Riki-kun, come with me for a bit. Ouch, what? Don't pull on my ear. She took me a little ways away from the table. Can you help me look? Help her, don't help her. Pretty sure this is for her path, and we're not doing her path, so no. I'm having my lunch right now. Well, it can't be helped. I can help you once I'm done eating. I need your help right now. Well, I only have to retrace my steps, so I guess I'll be fine by myself. See you later, then. She took off. Maybe I should have given her a hand. She only needed help looking after all. Recess time. Get something to drink, play with Masato. Let's see. It says quit for this one. I'll get a drink, why not? Even Kengo is with us now, just like in the old days. Should get the most out of it. Grip the handle of the bat. Concentrate on practice. What's up? You have the kind of eyes that say you're looking for some special training. What kind of eyes are those? Sure. I get it. Okay, let's practice combination plays. Combination plays? Yes, for example, you drew a diamond on the ground with a stick. When playing outfield, you can pull off a double play with some cooperation. It's also important to cover for the other teammates. When playing outfield, you sometimes need to relay throw to get the ball back home. While explaining, he drew the various patterns on the ground, adding lines to indicate the ball trajectories. Sounds difficult. We haven't tried anything like that up to now. You really think we can do that all of a sudden? Don't worry, even though it hasn't been long, I'm sure our minds are already reached unity. For instance, what do you guys put on a fried egg? Ketchup! Salt and pepper. Soy sauce! Mayonnaise! Soy sauce and pepper. Sauce. See? Perfect absence of unity. Honestly, I was scared for a moment there, but it turns out that we're unified in us, all having a different opinion from each other. What's that supposed to mean? But ketchup and sauce, does that work? Never heard of that. Really, it's great. What's with the outfit, by the way? Haru-chan, you add mayonnaise? Mayonnaise goes well with anything. And it is normal to put eggs and mayonnaise in a salad, is it? Ah, you're right. What is your favorite, by the way, Masato? I eat it plain. Can't be! It's unthinkable. That sure is something. That's awful. You should put something on it. How come? Adding nothing brings out the flavor better. We ended up debating eggs for a while. Alright, I'll do it! I'll do my best! Yeah, let's do it. 3 of us stood in a triangle and started to play catch. This will be practice on passing the ball. The important thing is to make the catch motion smaller, then add up the turn quicker. Yeah, got it. Hiya! Catch. Yes! Catch. Got it. Good. Keep it up. Ishizono-san, who was sitting under the tree, was following the ball with her eyes, and it was tossed around. Hiya! Catch. Yes! Catch. Got it. Ba-dump, ba-thump. Ishizono-san suddenly fell over. What? Wait a minute. Miyu-chan! Oh my god! We hurried to her. Are you alright? My eyes rolled too much. Because of us playing catch? Could it be that we just intentionally come up with a terrifying formation? Our evil triangle makes the other team's eyes roll until they faint. I name it the Shadow Skill Bermuda Triangle. I think it's become an inside the park home run before their eyes roll enough to make them faint. Really? That's too bad. You shouldn't concentrate so too hard on it. I'm sorry. Still, never saw anybody get dizzy from something like that. She sure is unique. But I can't understand it. I also often get dizzy like that myself. Be careful. What, you too? There are others like that? Me too. And if I'm watching the merry-go-round for too long. Can it be that I'm the odd one? No, that can't be, or so I try to convince myself. This clubroom has gotten very dirty. Not my problem. Clean up the room. Oh, behind him, Kengo entered the room in the same manner. Not you too, Kengo. Why didn't you join us? This training is very effective. Sorry, but I think I'll pass. Mapper! Scrap. Yeah! Whoa! Haruka-sen began mopping the two guys with astonishing speed. You know I can't move freely. What are you doing, you fiend? Haruchin has been reborn as a cleaning-loving girl. Whoa, I can't do anything. Oh, this isn't bad. Are you serious? Scrub. A few minutes later, both of them were sparkling clean. Well, it's okay since they both turned out so beautifully clean. Yes, it's so nice when it's clean. Do you also like cleaning, Riki-kun? Well, at least I'm doing it all the time. Talk to her. Cafeteria. I think this is for her event. Though I can't exactly hurry, being in front of the door already. Before I could decide what to do, she left without taking notice of us. What was she doing here there? Took a seat at the table where Kyosuke and the rest were waiting. Eat a lot so you can take guard hard practice, especially Riki and Rin. Was that one I shouldn't have? Quit. It says quit. Rin, you finished already? Yes! Give me your bowl. I'll get you a second helping. My tummy's full. If you don't start eating now, what are you going to do? You need to put on some muscle. Sato's ears twitch in reaction to the word muscle, though he seemed to have been concentrating on his dinner. Just hand me that. I don't have any more side dishes left. Look here, what do you suppose this is? Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da-ta-da-da. Humming a song, he produced a punch from his pocket. That is Noritama seasoning? Rice seasoning, seaweed, and eggs. A lot of seaweed is used in Japanese meals, I've noticed. Holding a bag of seaweed and egg rice seasoning. What? Noritama? Even Kengo was interested in it. You're big enough as you are already. You don't need this anymore. What a thing to happen. Wasn't sure what he was regretting growing up too big, perhaps? Alright, I'm getting another one. Picked up her bowl. Riki, how about you try Noritama too? Try it, don't try it. It did say quit, so maybe this is what I quit. This is enough for me, thank you. Give it to me. Kengo slid on the table and offered up his empty bowl to Kyosuke. Why don't you just go get it yourself? I see, you have a point. He's dumb. Looks like the problem was solved. What? By the way, Kengo was here all along. Why are you here in the first place? Because at nighttime is the time to play. Well, usually yes, but it doesn't seem anything's happening tonight. What? What the hell's with you? You make me sick. What did I come here for? That's my question. So what are we gonna do? Visit Kyosuke, just rest. No. Tch. Let's visit him, shall we? I'm in favor. Tch, let's do it then. 3 of us left the room. As we reached his room, we came across Rin. You're coming to see Kyosuke too? There was nothing to do in my room. Without Kyosuke, none of us will have anything to do. I don't really care if Kyosuke isn't here. Let's play Mr. Muscle's Got Cramps, a game I invented, shall we? Oh, what kind of game is that? It caught Kengo's interest? I don't want to play a disgusting sounding game like that. I'm sure Kyosuke will jump at the chance to give us something to do when he learns we're this bored. Why would I want to do it then? But then the door open. Oh, that's our Kyosuke. He understands after all. Let's begin. Mr. Muscle's Got Cramps. Isn't that your normal behavior? Enter the room. Mr. Muscle got cramps. Kengo. What on earth are they saying? They're just desperately trying to get your attention. What? Not good enough. They both look down. You go for it, man. What's with that, man? Kengo alone was laughing. Alright, that should have made him laugh. Boring. Right, you should be able to make him laugh even since you turned crazy now. Make everything go boom into atoms. I don't know about that, but what should I do? Wonder whether he has any good material. Oh yeah, I'll mimic Masato. This is him doing muscle training and getting more and more pumped up. Oh, muscles, muscles. Oh, my muscles are screaming. They're screaming out. Oh, this is one huge scream. Oh my god, this screaming is too much for me to take. Whoa, my muscles are running wild. They're rioting. This is a muscle revolution. Amazing, awesome. That genuinely captured his essence. Must be because he's the one who spent most of his time with Masato. Oh, fudge. Alright. That was a great impersonation, but not funny. Eh? You bastard, your imitation of me didn't work at all. You making me look like a lame person. I gave it my all, but my all still wasn't enough. Sorry. Yeah, you did great. The old Kengo could absolutely never have done that. Is it over? No, we're calling a strategy meeting. Let's step outside. Push the three of them out into the corridor. God damn it, a complete defeat. Wonder, is there nothing we can do but give up? What? Wasted my hard work? Can't you do something about your character? Yeah, you've been crazy ever since your injury. So what are we gonna do? Call the other members. We call everyone up. Yeah, Kengo alone was excited about it. Thanks, Kengo. Can't the rest of you follow his example? That was a poor performance. But don't mind Masato. The remaining people cheered him up. Masato, what a wonderful lack of personal magnetism. You're going to microwave them? What's this about a white flag? Don't mind it, Masato. Kengo encouraged him again. We call everyone back and explain it properly. I'm sure they'll understand. That's our Masato. He never failed to make us laugh. Yeah, that's me. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid in the head. Think of any supportive words for him. That's right. Well, anyway, here I go then. She entered the room. You're our last hope. Kuchan, you're so cool. Yes, I'm going to make it coolie. She entered the room. What? Oh, something like that. Something like what? We're in trouble grasping the turn of events. By the way, Kengo quickly picked it up. Is this the opposing team? Yes. This game ought to be interesting. What's the team like? Masato and I took a look at the notebook, with details on the opposing team written on it. What are they? They don't belong in the baseball club. There's a data about a member of the track club on the first spread. The next 2 pages were about a member of the soccer club. In addition, it seems like those two are the captains of their respective clubs. What does it mean? Can it mean that the team consists of captains from all the sports clubs in the school? Good guess. Are you sure we'll be having a match with them? They're all third years and we're just beginners. Oh my, the 4th batter is the head of the kendo club. Ooh, it is. And the 8th batter is the captain of the baseball club. I have no idea what's going on anymore. It's okay. When it comes to baseball, they're also amateurs like us. I think it's great. Kengo was ready and willing already. Masato snorted and seated himself calmly, come to the same conclusion. Play with Masato. Unless, Alright, the next one is on the 28th, okay? What should I do? Ran out of ideas to fool around with Masato. What's wrong, Ricky? Let's play. There he is waiting for me. What should I do? I'm pathetic. Someone patted me on the shoulder. Of course it was Masato. I have to come up with anything new. Thank you for everything until now. Masato, I'll be happy so long as you just say muscles for me. Alright, let's play. Yeah. Alright, muscles, muscles. Yahoo! Muscles, muscles. Muscles, muscles. I fooled around with Masato. That was beautiful. Ooh, that was fun. Yep. Ricky. What? I'll give this to you. I got an iron dumbbell. What? This, I guess? That's silly. Look for the cat, go back to the classroom. Concentrate on practice. Oh no, I brought my glove with me. Why don't you take it to our room? Might have to take it with me tomorrow, and there's no substitute one in the club room though. I'll get back there. You guys go ahead. Okay, got it. I let them go and headed for the club room alone. Oh, I saw that the lights were still on in the room. Somebody still in there? Enter the room. Huh? Haruka-san? Shh! Eh? Pointed to at her knees. Is she sleeping? I whispered. Yeah, she must have gotten way tired. No wonder she's been practicing really hard recently. Why is she on your knees? Well, it's something it's something like I let my guard down. At first she was just leaning on me, but before I realized it, she was in the current pose. Well, that's how she is. It's because I didn't want to wake her up in the first place. I should have exercised more vigilance. Laughing, she patted Komari-san on the head. You guys look like close sisters. Eh? I don't think so. Real sisters are not so... No, forget it. That must be true. She gave me an evasive answer. So, I'm the big sister, right? Sure enough, when you look at it like this. It seems that she's been trying to be the big sister, though. Eh? For Rin-chan and little Coot, that is. I think being their big sister would be too much for her. Either way, they and Komari-chan look more like pets to me. Here, here, little girl. She curled up Komari-san's hair with a finger. She's so cute, isn't she? Since when will she wake up, by the way? You're going to keep sitting there until she wakes up? That's not fun. Pondered for a while. Riniki-kun, will you get me my bag? This one? Yes. I handed over the bag which had been on the table, produced a smaller bag from inside, and took out several pens from it. Let's do do a makeup. I did hear you say graffiti. Don't worry, I got makeup removers. Hun, hun, hun. She hummed and removed the cap from the pen. Whatever. I'm so nice. Myon myon. These make her so cute. She drew a whirling pattern on Komari-san's cheeks. Alright, let's use lipstick. She put lipstick on Komari-san's mouth. Oh. Hey, wait a minute. You're painting straight from the course. Okay, I can fix like this. What? That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Jester turned into something awful. Oh no, her face is creepy now. Let's make it creepier. Are you continuing? Haha, artists keep searching for new inspiration. There's room for improvement under her eyes. She drew lines on Komari-san's eyelids with eyeshadow. I'm putting 2 black dots. Ah! Wow! This was getting more and more awful. This is awesome! Looks just like her eyes are open. And I'm giving her zealous eyebrows. This girl is no longer Komari-chan. Her nose is really sharp now. Well, why didn't I stop her a few minutes ago? Crap, this is worse than usual. I was at a loss for words. Is this really Komari-san? Why didn't I stop her while I had the chance? Turned out quite well, don't you think? I have no comment. Oh, you're woken up. Didn't seem to notice the makeup. How was your sleep, princess? Was I sleeping? Here's a mirror. She rubbed her eyes. It's awful! As soon as she saw her face in the mirror, she jumped back in surprise. What is this? It's yourself. I'm awful! Oh, you're so pretty. That's so awful. You're cute and awful. No, not cute at all. It's just awful. Well, Haru-chan? Did you do this? I just followed a sudden impulse. I've got removers. She searched into the small bag for them. Oops. What do you mean, oops? And I can't go home! She ended up going back to the dorm with that makeup. Ouch. Ping, my heart is always hot as well. I'm looking to cool it down right now. Guys, let's do lineup under a waterfall. Go by yourself. What? How about you, Ricky? Sorry, but I think I'll pass. Kyosuke. My game is gonna make you much cooler than the training. Wanna join? Of course I do. Even better than a waterfall? Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Wonder, is training under a waterfall really that exciting? So what kind of game is it? A trial of courage. A trial of courage? I think it's out of season. Don't worry about that. Besides, I've already made the preparations. You guys will make a few groups and walk around inside the school building. As soon as he explained, Yahoo! Only one guy jumped up in excitement. Kyosuke-san, I have a question too! That's right. In other words, I also have the right to choose girls I like. You guys will confess your loves right here? Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm all ears. Why are you staring at me? Wondered who I should get and found myself looking at you. You should choose your partners from those girls. I don't think it matters. Yes, it does matter. Screw you, Kengo. I love him more than you do. You sure are popular. Oh no, feeling kind of dizzy. Alright, Ricky. I'm gonna choose the same people again. Cood. Rin. Just to get through this faster. Likewise. Anyone better than Kyosuke? I had to say something, I had to make an objection, but no words came to me. Oh. She opened her shoe rack, she suddenly stopped. What's wrong? There's something interesting inside. A broad smile spread on her face. Was there something inside that made her happy? You want to see? I don't even know what it could be. What's the matter, Ricky? Ah, well. Ricky-kun and I will come together later. I don't know either, but that seems to be the case. Okay, let's go, you couple of idiots. Why the hell did you make a distinction? Ren took the two with her and we were left alone at the shoe rack. So what was inside? Could it be a love letter? Not a single person in this world would do something so old-fashioned nowadays. Is that old-fashioned, huh? Ricky-kun, how about a thumbtack? Huh? That's right, I can only imagine just how run down your room must be. How about you sneak a sexy shot of me hanging on the wall and go eh and ha-ha over it together with Masato-kun? No thanks, I'm not gonna sneak any shots of you. Anyway, use them to hang whatever you want on the wall. Handed 3 thumbtacks to me. Isn't that a classic case of bullying? Wait up, Kuragaya-san. It's nothing you should concern yourself over. It was simply a disrespectful letter inside. She showed me a folded notebook page. All kinds of insults were written on it. Foo foo foo. This sure makes my student life much more exciting. Alright, it's about time we went into the classroom, Ricky-kun. Just a second, Kuragaya-san. Are you fine with that? I'm deeply hurt. Seems I must return the feelings in an appropriate fashion or they won't understand. It seemed from her tone that she knew who was behind it. Well, what is it with her? If you knew who did it, why don't you tell a teacher or something? It doesn't matter. This is how I've always done things until now. What do you mean? Pay back in kind, an eye for an eye. It's been a long while since I last had to do something like that. She let out a sigh of frustration. Even so, aren't you a bit too calm about it? Don't you feel angry? Am I supposed to become angry in a situation like this? Obviously, you're being picked on after all. Is that so? She muttered in a somehow lonely tone. In any case, we'll be late soon. Ah, right. I could feel something like a deep void within her. Probably nothing. Consult Kyosuke. Kyosuke. Right, leave it to me. How about that? I see. Done his homework, everyone was in appropriate positions. Thank you, good reference. Are you still worried? Came in through the window again. I don't remember putting that much pressure on you. It sure looks difficult. Spoke to himself and disappeared again. Fifth period started. Kids who had been eating elsewhere were coming back in groups. Looked at Kuragaya-san to find out she had been gazing out the window again. Couldn't make out her expression from here. Suddenly, ah! Yeah! Wah! There were 3 raised voices. It's nothing. She was smoothing it over. Don't tell me. Looked at Kuragaya-san. He was looking at a hardcover book with a bored expression. When she noticed my stare, she closed her book and flashed a smile at me. After that, she got to her feet and walked up to me. Next class is math. How about we talk over a cup of tea? Kuragaya-san. I questioned her with a reproachful voice. Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, she seems like it's gonna rain today. I'll probably be reading in my own room after school. Wants to ask something, now is your only chance. Alright, I'll go. The more I was hanging around with her, the further I was getting from my normal school life. In the courtyard was the self-made terrace with a wooden box for a table, and the usual round stools. The weather was good, not a single cloud in the sky. Does it look like it'll rain today at all? I feel like it will. Don't you think it could be just your mood, Kuragaya-san? Well, to be frank, I only did something that wouldn't want people around them to know of. She abruptly changed the topic. Wasn't there a better way to handle it? If you always just return the offense, there's no end to it. Are you implying I should have used more force to bring them to their knees? No, that's not what I'm saying. Young man, the world isn't composed of just sensible people. There are also people with self-perception who are so twisted that they can't help but act foolishly bold. I'm not sure what she's getting at. It's not like I enjoy it myself, but alas, I couldn't think of a better solution. It's okay, though. The other party knows perfectly well that they won't go unpunished now. She seemed to be forgetting that she's supposed to be the victim here. Well, it's really not something to be concerned about. If you can't enjoy a challenge like this, you won't be able to truly speak of freedom. I don't know what their reasons are, but every time I get back at them, they start behaving themselves for some reason. She spoke in an uncertain voice and raised a cup of iced coffee to her mouth. You're messed up, Kuragaya-san. Right, I think so too, a little. She didn't appear to take my words to heart. I came to a conclusion that picking a fight with her was a bad idea in and of itself. Normally, you'd be either angry or sad. That's probably right. Eh? Even though this kind of general thinking pattern isn't unfathomable to me, I still can't harbor these emotions. It's not anyone's fault. There wasn't anything strange about my childhood or upbringing. Yeah, it must be something to do with this here. Tapped on her head with her forefinger. The gesture looked brutally self-depreciating to me. You got yourself involved in something with some troublesome people too. Don't say it like it doesn't concern you. Troublesome sounds about right though. Your character's fate is to be teased a lot. She slammed me on the back. Troublesome or not, Troublesome or not, I've actually taken something of a liking to her. At least I don't find her company unpleasant. Have I grown accustomed to being teased? Not good. Continue practicing. Why not? Continue practicing. Yeah, we moving on. Hey, wait, aren't I one of you guys? Sorry, Kengo. 9! That was perfect. I really regret having done this. All's well that ends well. Yes, Kengo gave a nice answer. How do you feel after that? I'm sure you're feeling so much better. I'm feeling as if I fell into a turbulent sea from a low-altitude flight. Oh, nice analogy. You are very clever today. No. Will it be alright? I'm looking forward to your leadership, Coach. Today's hero interview will be mine. Ricky. Eh? Let's do it. Yeah. The match had started. Ricky, you there? As I was by myself in our room, I heard Kengo's voice from the other side of the door. Yep, come in. Okay. The door opened and Kengo looked in. That fool's away too. Kyosuke was as well. So you're fooling around plenty enough for yourself. The two of them went shopping. Really? I have a bad timing. Are you going to buy something too? Yes, but it's not that I need it right now. Actually, I have nothing to do at the moment, so I'll go with you. Thanks. I got myself ready quickly and left the dorm with him. Because Kengo was planning on checking sporting goods, we went to the specialized store on the shopping street. When we left the store, we found the sky already tinted orange. It took a while. It's okay. I had nothing to do by myself in the room anyway. Okay. We're walking along the Riverside Road. Are you okay with your injury? Yeah, it doesn't affect my everyday life. I need more time to recover fully, though. His hardiness is beyond measure. If I fell down from the roof like him, I wouldn't even be alive. Hey! I turned to face the direction the voice had come from. What the heck are you guys doing here? Nice coincidence. The duo ran up to us from behind. Are you guys on your way back as well? Yeah. You guys should have told us you were going out. Especially Kengo. What'd you have to have your cell phone for? I don't like it. Kengo does his own a cell phone, although he doesn't usually use it. I thought Rin was with you guys. Kuragaya took her away somewhere. Kuragaya-san? Komari was with them as well, so it was fine. Okay. Rin had really changed. She had never gone out with anybody but us childhood friends before. Well, that's how it is. Are you feeling lonely because she's growing apart from you? Not at all. Kyosuke also seemed to agree that this was a good thing. Oh! I guess I was right. It's them! Two girls were running toward us. Haro, Gaizu. Haro! What are you up to? Not 2, 3. She pointed her thumb behind her. With her big parasol, Nichizono-san was walking over toward us. We went to a bookstore together! More and more people are getting here. Well, it's nice to have fellow travelers on your journey. If this keeps on. Look at that. Interrupting Kyosuke's words, she pointed in the direction of the river. There were 2 stones skipping on the surface of the water. You two sure are amazing. Umu! Huh? Komari-san and Kuragaya-san? Whoosh! Zup zup. Along with the other 2 girls, Rin was also skipping stones. I knew it. Little busters are all gathered. The 3 girls who had been skipping stones also joined our company. It's an amazing coincidence. Will you two need to walk this road when you go out from the school? I love this road too. Rested his chin on his hand and exhaled in thought. Want to do something again? Yeah. Alright everyone, buddy, listen. All of us turned around to face him. Why don't we take a photo as a memento? As a memento? Memento of what? You know, it had been 10 years since the founding of the Little Busters. Are you sure it truly already been 10 years? In the first place, a few members, myself included, only just joined the team. Oh, those with the details. What's important is taking the picture itself. He answered and produced a digital camera out of a pocket. He's always carried so many things on him. I'll pass. Thinking of which, she doesn't like to be photographed. No, you can't. You got a hold of her collar. Let me go, idiot! Rin-chan, I want you to be there. Me too. I'm sure it's gotta be a nice picture. Ugh. Looks like she can't turn down a request from those two. You don't have to be so nervous. It's not like you'll lose your soul. This is going to be a good memory. Let's get ready for shots. She pulled Rin back forcibly. Wait, who will do the shooting? That's true. All of us must be included. He looked around. Look, there's somebody over there. I'll go ask her. He ran over to the girl. Can I do something to help you? It was Sasasagawa-san. Hi, Sachan. Oh, Kamitsuki-san. Well met. She bowed her head. Well met. Komori-san bowed back. Come to think of it, you are one of this group too, Kamikita-san. Yep, they are friends of mine. You guys know each other? Yes, we belonged to the same class before. I am happy for you. You have found people who will take care of you. Fue? No, I'm the one who takes care of them. No, you are one who to be taken care of. Rin drew and hid Komori-san behind her. Well, what's up, Rin-chan? Oh, Natsumi-san. Shut up, you're not needed anymore. How dare you say that? Easy, easy. He broke between them. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. Where are you, minions? Even I fancy some time alone every once in a while. They ignored him and kept quarreling. Gosh, they aren't listening to me at all. She seems to carry jealousy. Well. Rin and Sasagawa-san were still staring at each other. They're sure in a bad mood. I'm not really sure, but are you guys battling for Komori-chan? That's a good reason. No, it's not. Sasami Sasakama, I'm not letting you have Komori-chan. I guess mayonnaise would go well with that name. My name is Sasami Sasasagawa. How long have you been my rival? Well, I'm not so sure what they are talking about. He turned to face Kengo, who was trying to get out of Sasagawa-san's sight. Hey, Kengo. Don't touch me. Looks like he's not that good with her. Well, just hear me out. He gave a whisper to Kengo, who had an unpleasant look on his face. I need no more reasons to fight you. We should settle our differences right here and now. Couldn't ask for more. It was going just like always between them. Oh, what are we gonna do? Wait for a minute, ladies, he said in a sing-song. Oh my, Miyazawa-san. Good, that's it. The Masterman Kyosuke struck again. Would you please stop being so angry and take a photograph of us, oh beautiful lady? Oh my! If Miyazawa-san says so, I would be much obliged to. I would be happy to take your picture. She took hold of her skirt and curtsied. Good job. He had a complex expression on his face. Now everybody, get lined up. Wait, I got a fighter. Cease fire, okay? Can't be helped. Okay, let's postpone this fight. Saying so, she turned around. Really think you can get out with that? Kuragaya-san caught her. I know this is Miyazawa-sama's request, but why do I have to? She was complaining as Kyosuke passed her the camera. You know how to use it, don't you? You only have to press the shutter, no? Anyone can do that. And this is the zoom up button. Oh, doesn't seem good at using electrical appliances. Very well, I am ready. Everybody get closer to each other. Komori-chan, you're too close. I'm sticking to Rin-san too. Oh, hey Haruka-san, leave space. And Nego is pushing me. I think this is how we're supposed to be. Kuragaya-san, your hands are... The center position is mine. Is this okay? Is the logo on the back in the finder? Okay, go. Are you people ready? No, you guys are too close to me. We're getting along so well. Yes, we are. Hey, Kuragaya-san, step away a bit. Miss Nishizono too, get closer to me. Closer? Are you guys sure you're ready? Yeah, go. Okay, here I go. After the shooting, Sasasagawa-san went back to the dorm alone. Oh, it looks nice. I want a real copy of that. I'll print it out later. It's still keeping photos as digital data only. Yeah, I'm gonna take good care of it. Take a look at Naoi-san. She handed me the camera. Yeah, thanks. The screen of the camera displayed the photo just taken. Ah, that's adorable, isn't it? Got the little busters and the cat there, too. Rin and I are in the center and everybody else packed around us. They all seem to be trying to stick to the two of us, and we have all kinda confused looks. The others are all smiling happily. Hey, what's with that grin? Well, you really seem to be having fun in this picture. It represented, well, how wonderfully we are living right now. It's very nice. As for me, if only our lives could always continue just like this. Looking at the photograph, that's what I wished for. Hey, I got a picture photo at the riverbank. I woke up. That's all, I woke up. I did my shoe locker. What the? As I opened it, I noticed that something was wrong. There were shining things in my shoes. I picked one of them up. It was a thumbtack. Am I being bullied? I don't think this can be any kind of joke. I'm sure that everyone close to me wouldn't do something like this, even as a jest. In other words, this has been done by somebody I'm not familiar with. What's wrong, Ricky? Well, hey, young man. When I was about to show the thumbtacks to Kengo, somebody spoke up to me. And then I hid them reflexively. It's you, Kuragaya-san. Hey. Umu, I'm happy to find you too well. But Riki-kun, why are you so surprised? Is it so surprising to see me? Or are you by chance hiding something? She smiled audaciously. No, I don't think so. It's rather hard to understand the thoughts of a young man. Come to think of it, this is the same tactic that was employed against Kuragaya-san earlier. Kuragaya-san? What is it? Weren't you harassed with thumbtacks the other day? Ah, that. They splendidly stopped. Seems like they learned a lesson that there's no point in trying to attack me. At least even they are smart enough to evaluate the risks of targeting me. Okay. My shoe locker is far from hers, so I don't think they could have made a mistake. Have I done anything to them? Gives me a heavy feeling. Have to go, Ricky, or Rin's gonna shout at us and make a fuss again. Yeah. Well then, suppose Oni-san will have to make her way there also. Umu, even a rotten tree helps the forest flourish. A rotten tree? Who is she referring to? When we arrived in the classroom, I clicked out of the thumbtack that Kuragaya-san had handed over to me before. They are the same. I heaved a sigh. Those girls that did it to Kuragaya-san seem to be only suspects. Even though I don't know why they would be so focusing on me now. What's wrong with you, Ricky? Making such a gloomy face. Kind of painful to know there's somebody harboring ill feelings toward me. What? Right then, the morning homeroom started. Don't mind it. Masato didn't seem happy with my answer, but I turned to face the blackboard. Even though there's been no harm yet, this does make me feel down. Poor Ricky. Lunchtime, going to the cafeteria. I talked to somebody about what happened this morning. I saw Kun and Haruka leave the classroom together. Let's hurry to the cafeteria, Ricky. Masato asked me like usual. Anyway, I'm going to the cafeteria. Want to come with us, Kengo? Sure. Once Kyosuke joined us in the cafeteria, we started the strategy meeting. There were 4 of us present. I see. As I finished explaining my understanding of the events, Kyosuke gave a knowledgeable nod. How low can you stoop? If you know who the culprit is, I'm gonna shut them up with my muscles. Alright, let's go. Why is Kengo taking the lead? But that wouldn't solve anything. Knock it off, you two. Kyosuke intervened with a sigh. Sorry, hang on a minute. With a sigh. Ricky is right. It's not going to solve anything. I don't get it at all. He's right. Explain yourself, Kyosuke. Their target is Kuragaya, of all people. That's what I don't get. Why aren't they attacking her then? I think it's because it's too risky. Seems that Kuragaya-san has something on the perps. That makes it even more unpleasant. I see. If that's true, once we deal with the harassment against Ricky, they might just switch to someone else. Ricky, do you know when this whole thing started? think it must have been when Kurugaya-san joined the Busters. She said it hasn't happened in a while. Meaning that the next target will be someone else from the team. The hell? I don't get it at all. Does this mean that anyone who's close to her can become a victim? If they harass Kurugaya-san's friend, they will surely grow apart from her. So in the end, it'd be the same as attacking Kurugaya-san directly. And if that's so, the next target will be me. Tough luck, they'll be the ones crying for help. No, I'm sure you three will be alright, won't you? Well, Ricky would be the lowest risk target to attack, I guess. After him, either Komari or Kud. This seriously makes me sick. What's wrong, Ricky? Why aren't you looking at me? Didn't you tell me earlier that Kurugaya-san got in trouble with the math teacher once? Yeah, I did. Did something else besides that happen to her? Well, yeah. If my memory serves me right, something like this happened in Mer Classic last year too. Is that when it started, this harassment against Kurugaya? Even in her previous classes. Obviously, there's some kind of a connection. This is all more complicated than I first thought. Now that I think of it, Kurugaya-san had always seemed like the odd one out in our class. Is that all because of the influence of that group of perpetrators? I don't know much about girls. Maybe it's just a coincidence that only the girls in our team have been unaffected by that influence. I believe it'd be faster to cooperate with Kurugaya rather than act on our own. Or rather, that's what we should do. Ricky was just dragged into this. Let me see. Shockingly, it looks like the right answer. Original N, alternate end. This is an alternate N. Looks like the answer is don't talk to her. For some reason. Can I save it? On the third spot. Anyway, don't talk to her. No, let's not say anything to her. Why? I totally don't get it. Hey, he's right. I totally don't get it. Excited in amazement. If you talk to her, won't she take care of it in no time? But look, if you think from her perspective, wouldn't it look like sure joining the Busters was the problem? Then what if she becomes so concerned with it that it'll be hard for her to stay with us? Is she really that type of person? Well, I just don't want to make her worry over nothing. I like the way the Busters are now. If possible, I'd like us to remain this way forever. I don't want Kurugaya-san alone to become like that. Kyosuke sighed at my words and then replied, What you're saying may be true, but there's no telling what's gonna happen next. Are you prepared for that? Yeah, well, if I act like it doesn't bother me, they might give up eventually. And what if they attack someone else then? Well, good. What will you do? He's right. What will you do? Well, I'll try to do something before that happens. How? Well, I don't know that yet. Well, if there's something we can do to help you with, let us know right away. Yeah, thanks. After that, the day went by as if nothing ever happened. A few days later, it disappeared. When I got to the lockers, I saw it again. Thumbtacks, and their number had increased since. What a pleasant morning surprise. The day had barely started when my mood already turned foul. For a start, I took my indoor shoes out of the locker and tossed the thumbtacks in the trash bin. What, again? Yeah, and more than last time. So there'll be even more next time, huh? Dare to think what it'll be at the end. Something like a big-ass thumbtacks for business use, I guess. I don't think thumbtacks for business use are any different in size. In times like this, just having friends can give you strength. Being able to laugh it off together made me feel better. We had a break before math class. I wanted to buy some juice from a vending machine. And as usual, I spotted Kurugaya-san in the second fine arts classroom. Given the situation I was in, it'd be a good idea to avoid her if possible. I knew it'd come to this the second I saw you. We were in the corner of the courtyard at the usual tea party spot. I was magnificently intercepted by Kurugaya-san. Umu, well, you can just think of yourself as prey caught in the eyes of a dangerous snake. That was one strange way to put it. I feel like my attendance will end up dropping so low I'll have to repeat the year. Worry not, your attendance is fine enough. Okay, the test was just around the corner, but it seemed obvious that Kurugaya-san wouldn't be taking any. They were voluntary anyway. The results only used to rank the students by academic performance, so only half of the students ever took them. I said this before, but in my eyes, solving mathematical problems inside a concrete box on a wonderful day like this is akin to a crime, and consider it a waste of time. It's much better to waste time than by doing something you believe in. She paused and drifted off into thought. My head must be a defective product, after all. She gave a half smile. By the way, Riki-kun. Yeah? It seems like you, young man, Masato and the brother, Natsume, have been avoiding me these days. Young man Kengo has a few screws loose now, so I left him out, but... Are you hiding something? No, nothing in particular. I didn't finish my words as she poked me in the side with the tip of her finger. Hurry. She continued poking me. Stop already. Are you really not hiding anything? I said I'm not. Stop it. She stopped. And it's just my imagination. I was sure you were scheming something and wanted you to let me in on it. Her senses are too sharp. Just too sharp. She didn't press me any further, and before long the time for math class was over. The next day, the indoor shoes were filled with thumbtacks to the brim. I don't even know what to say anymore. I could almost hear in my ears the offender sneering at me. How can they keep doing something like this? Is it so much fun to trample on people's feelings? Riki, Kuragaya-san go through this too? I can't help but feel angry. Shouldn't you talk to Kuragaya after all? If you do so, we'll be able to act openly and you won't have to suffer anymore. Yeah, that's true, but it's okay. If things get out of hand, I can always rely on you. If I keep thinking like that, I'll be able to get by, probably. I'm just covering for Kuragaya-san anyway. You think that's how that woman would view it? What? I have never seen that woman appear angry or troubled. In the past year, it was often clear that she was being harassed. But she always wore her trademark triumphant smile. Besides, she'd always counterattack right away. That can't be true. Don't you think she was just keeping it all inside? Who knows? If someone really felt nothing even about such harassment, wouldn't they be able to feel anything at all about anything? Well, what I'm trying to say is that she's the kind of person who doesn't need anyone's help. If what you're doing now is trying to help her, that's just a waste of effort. Who's to say? You're more stubborn than I'd have thought. If you want to keep it a secret from Kuragaya, I'll play along. I'm glad you're taking my words seriously, even though you look so silly now. Thank you. Looks like I've been making everyone worried. As usual, I was intercepted by Kuragaya-san before math class started. Sometimes I really feel like solving a couple of math problems inside a concrete box. I complained to Kuragaya-san while she was again teaching me mathematics. You sure say the oddest things. Don't you realize what a wonderful situation you're in? You're being taught math by a beautiful girl, tete-a-tete, no less. There's no question whether you should be content. On the contrary, you should be so happy that you have trouble breathing. Come say, ha, this is awesome, Kuragaya-sensei. Thanks, but no thanks. What a damn shame. She was moving a piece of charcoal across the canvas set on the easel. Noguchi, painstakingly solving math problems. Bacteriologist, face of a 10,000 yen bill. That's pretty cool. She said and scribbled Noguchi 100 mg mixture in the right corner. She's trying something nasty again. Actually, it makes me wonder why in the world would she even uses me as a model in the first place. She always ends up drawing some famous Japanese person. If you don't get the basics of trigonometric functions down now, you'll have a lot of difficulty later. If there's anything you don't understand, ask me. Oh, I'm good. Kuragaya-san explored things in a simple way, explained things, and whenever I asked her something, she'd always have the answer ready. To be honest, it did seem more efficient than attending class. Kuragaya-san? What is it? Could you actually become a good teacher? Ooh? You're good at explaining things, and besides, you know so much. You want a horde of people like me? Well, that would probably depend on your teaching methods. Anyhow, are you saying that I, who am slowly turning you into a delinquent, have the makings of a good teacher? She asked with a wry smile. A delinquent, huh? Am I a delinquent now? Well, seems like you're into the teacher and student play. No, not in particular. I see. So you want to play the teacher, teaching the ABCs to an innocent girl and an inexperienced girl, raising her to be your ideal girl, so that's your interest. Why do I always get just two options, both of which are crazy? Sure, there's something Supposed to be a normal middle road somewhere in between. Noguchi loves role-playing teachers. She made another note. Didn't have anything to say to her usual teasing and fell silent. Kuragaya-san let out a sigh and opened her mouth again. How boring, young man. Well, I've always been on the boring side. Wrong. It's your rebuttals that are too weak. Watching you panic has been one of Oni-san's greatest pleasures lately. No, you shouldn't enjoy something like that so much. I wonder whether you aren't hiding something from me. Didn't I tell you yesterday? I sensed something strange about you. She not only has sharp senses, but she's persistent. If I make one mistake, she'll find out immediately. Alright, let's see. I'm going to feign ignorance. Boop. I told you I'm not hiding anything. You're just overanalyzing. Uh-huh, I see. She backed out easily. What about the other idiots and their brother Natsumi? Well, then I wouldn't know. Let's say it's just my imagination, then. It's not often that my intuition is off, however. I couldn't let my guard down just yet. Isn't this kind of meaningless if I have to even deceive her? On the following day, I opened my locker. Chewing gum. It was chewing gum stuck all over my shoes. Give me a break already. I took out my shoes and tried to remove the chewing gum with a tissue. I couldn't get all of it off. There was still a thin layer left. Once I confirmed there weren't any on the inside, I put them on. Felt strange when I started walking in them. Let me guess. Looked at my sole, and as I suspected, there was chewing gum stuck to it. That sucks. How did they even come up with all these ideas? If they're getting some kind of kick out of doing it, they must really be rotten to the core. Young man, this world isn't composed of just sensible people. I recall Kuragaya-san's words. Will those kind of people understand even if I talk to them? It's escalating, huh? I'm telling you, why don't we just find whoever it is and beat them up? Come on, tell me who's doing this. I told you, we can't. Even if they give up harassing Ricky, it's likely they'll move on to someone else. They're working from the shadows and they're really getting carried away. They've been avoiding any kind of direct contact so far. Ha! Also, we're talking about people who, even when confronted by Kuragaya-san, they haven't given up, right? If we do something careless, they might just retaliate all the stronger. It's meaningless. It'll just keep repeating over and over again. I'm gonna introduce them to my muscles. That's a crime, you know. Oh, we don't have to resort to violence. Let's go to the classroom for now. I started walking. My shoes made a weird sound as I walked. Don't bother trying to remove all of it. You have to take them with you and wash it off. This is tough. During the break after the third period before modern Japanese, the cover of my textbook was torn to pieces. When I opened it, there were shoe prints left on some of the pages. Damn, it's completely messed up. Ricky, you seriously better tell me who's doing that. Masato murmured to me in a threatening voice. Look at my muscles, they're trembling. Don't you normally say that when you're scared? But look at Masato, I realized that even though we were dealing with girls, I was really about to blow a fuse. What are you arguing about, young man? Kuragaya-san came up to us. Ah, why the hell? I covered Masato's mouth with my hand. I could guess that he was about to blurt out, why the hell did you drag him into this? She eyed us both with a suspicious look. Hey Masato, it's a headlock. You get along so well, it's disturbing. So what was young man Masato trying to say just now? I think he meant to say, why the hell are you so jealous of us? Who, so you and Masato couldn't have the kind of relationship I should be jealous of? She looked at my textbook lying on the desk. Why is it all messed up? Ah! I said got a problem with that? I see. And why was Masato looking so angry just a while ago? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Well, I was angry with myself, angry enough to tremble, as they say. No, they don't. She dropped her eyes and paused for a moment. Alright, I won't pry any further. Go ahead and get along so well to make me jealous of you. She said and walked off. It's just a matter of time before she finds out. Her radar is definitely beeping. It's possible to hide anything from Kuragaya-san. Her intuition is amazing. It'd be better to act first before she inevitably finds out the truth. I should talk to them in person. Hope my words will get through. Ah, Masato. What? Your acting was perfect. Thanks to you that she didn't find out. Really? It's part of the friendship between roommates. I'll help you out anytime, Rikichi. I'm sure I can only feel this angry now because everyone is here for me. If I were alone, it would be so painful I would just feel depressed. Has Kuragaya-san always been alone? At night, my mind was buzzing with such thoughts and I could barely get a wink of sleep. When the morning came, thumbtacks, garbage, and a half-eaten anpan. It was a terrible sight, and obviously I couldn't wear those shoes. It really is escalating. How fitting. The human trash is spilling trash on others. Isn't it time for me to let loose? What a coincidence. I was thinking the same thing. Let's avoid violence. It would be meaningless fighting fire with fire. It was necessary to deal with the underlying cause. Guess I won't get anywhere if I don't talk to them in person. It seemed to be the only course of action available to me. I was in a rotten mood as I went to the bathroom to clean my shoes. Then came lunch break. I made sure no one was around before engaging the target in conversation. There were 3 perpetrators. I decided to talk to one of them alone, Mutsumi Suginami. Only reason for that was simple and pathetic. She seemed like the most docile one in the group. She didn't really stand out in the class, and if I were to describe her, I'd say she didn't have much presence. It was hard to think she was capable of such shenanigans. I was waiting in the classroom eating my lunch until she was alone. Felt like I was the one doing something bad. She finally stood up ahead and headed to the hallway. I followed after her. Suginami-san. Eh? He replied, looking surprised. Need to talk to you. About what, Naoi-kun? I was acting plainly suspicious. Perhaps she's feeling guilty, thinking that her misdoings haven't yet been revealed. It was undoubtedly one of the perpetrators. Back when Kurogaya-san did that thing, she was one of those who raised a voice. Ricky? Kyosuke came walking down the corridor. Ah! Shrunk back when she caught sight of Kyosuke. If you want to talk to me, I'll hear you out after school in the classroom. Bye. Okay. She took off along the corridor. What was that? Did you have some business with her? Well, that was bad timing on your part this time, Kyosuke. I'm sorry for that. She's the perpetrator. What? Wanted to talk with her, but to ask why she's harassing Kurogaya-san. I see. But it's hard to believe she's the perp. It's as they say, you shouldn't judge people by their looks. True. So you have to wait until classes are over. Should I come with you? No, that won't do. If I bring everyone with me, we won't be able to have a proper discussion. Would be okay by yourself? Well, if it's just Suginami-san, honestly felt quite pathetic. After school, went to buy some juice while waiting for everyone to leave the classroom. It's about time. Threw away the empty can and returned to the classroom. When I think about it, there's a good chance that those two will be there together with her. What should I do if that happens? I guess I have no choice but to call everyone. I'm just so pathetic. I wondered in self-admonishment. I was back at the classroom. Suginami-san was alone inside. I felt relief. When Suginami-san noticed me entering, she got to her feet. Naoi-kun, what did you want to talk about? I think you should know already. She looked down. Won't you stop already? It's not funny anymore. So, it's about Kurogaya-san after all. Well, you could say that. I know about the other two. You did it together, right? Yes, I'm sorry. She bowed her head. Hey, what did you expect me to say to that? Actually, if you feel sorry, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. She was still hanging her head with an apologetic expression on her face. Seeing her like that was just making me more and more irritated. Besides, what has she ever done to you? Was it really necessary to put her through all that? Nothing to do with you. I kept throwing words at her when she muttered quietly, Eh? Naoi-kun, no matter what happens to Kurogaya-san, it has nothing to do with you. Why do you go to such lengths to stick up for her? Looks like my words didn't get through to her after all. First you get me involved and then you tell me it has nothing to do with me, huh? What? Never mind. If you feel sorry, just don't ever do it again. Please wait, what's that about getting you involved? It wasn't that I realized we'd been talking about different things. Well, didn't you put all that stuff in my locker? This is news to me. Is Naoi-kun's locker? It was getting complicated. It really seemed like she'd heard nothing of it. I'm sorry, please just wait a bit. She took out her cell phone and started making a call. It was all somehow really anticlimactic. Hold on, I hadn't heard about that. It seemed like they were having an argument. I could only wait for them to finish. I let out a sigh. Where are you now, huh? Right here? She lifted her head. I turned my head and there were 2 girls coming inside the classroom. We're here. What now? This is such a bother. I seriously want to get it over with quick. They were the remaining two members of the group, Takamiya and Katsuzawa. What's that thing about harassing Naoi-kun? Huh? Harassment? You know something. The hell if I do. Someone bullying Naoi-kun? My god, how terrible. It was them, there was no doubt about it. Perhaps believing that their antics hadn't come to light yet, they just went on with their unnatural act. Ah, maybe it's Kurogaya's doing. Oh, I'm sure it's her. You know what she did? She even implanted listening devices in our lockers. It's a crime. It's totally a crime. Seriously, what was she thinking? So it's settled. It's totally her? Yeah, for sure. Don't give me that crap. Huh? It's you two. I said I don't know anything about it. I heard it from Suginami-san. But you were harassing Kurugaya-san. I know everything. What the hell? Mutsu, were you doing those kinds of things? Eh? I can't understand why Kurugaya would piss you off, but keep us out of it, would you? They were now trying to shift all the blame to Suginami-san. Mutsu may not look it, but she can be so scary. Stay away from us, okay? How can you say that? You're horrible. Wasn't it your idea? I looked at Suginami-san, about to break into tears. Perhaps she was also a victim herself. I told you, I have no clue. Why'd you keep us out of this? Cut the crap already. I've already figured out everything. Huh? Oh yeah, and where's your proof? Why don't you tell the teachers on us? If we tell them we have no idea, it'll be over. We're taking an aggressive stance. And suddenly, the speakers burst to life. Is everybody gone? Can we start? Hey, what number was Kurugaya's? The second below yours, stupid. Oh, it was that close, huh? Are we really doing it? She puts up with anything, doesn't she? Why don't we just burn her shoes? That'd be awesome! Aren't we going overboard? Done! It's really okay to write that. Just kidding, that's not enough. Write something too. No, I don't want to. Actually, there's no more room to write. I should do it. If somebody did that to me, I'd definitely cry. Well, that should teach her, I guess. She'll come crying to us and apologize for being so haughty. A sickening conversation was broadcast, and that will serve as proof of what you fools did. Is there something you wish to add? I turned to the voice. There she stood, leaning on the door, Kurugaya-san. Huh, what, this? Huh, what, this? What language is that? Why don't you talk in one of the 7 languages I know? If possible, in Japanese, that is, if you fools can even speak it. The color drained from the pair's faces as they fell silent. Well, I do understand that only you 2 of you were actually committing the crime, while only one of you was present at the scene, but doing nothing to stop them is a crime in itself. Well, it's about time the next part started. Once again, voices were coming from PA systems. Stupid, this way. Eh? Are we not going for Kurugaya this time? How many times have I explained already? She's messed up in the head. She finds out we'll be in for some trouble. Besides, it doesn't make sense that a robot like her could make a friend, and a guy no less. If we do it to Noe, won't Mutsu be mad? It's okay, he's the weakest of the bunch. If we did it to a girl, they'd make a fuss. Damn, guys' locker stinks so much. Throw that Anpan in as well. Isn't that seriously bad? I'll go bring some garbage. Oh, that's so mean. Not so loud, stupid Sawa. Geez, don't call me stupid. Isn't it hysterical? Look at that locker. Nothing but a trash bin now. Yesterday he was talking with Kurugaya as if nothing happened, but that should clue him in. There's someone there. It's fine, just act natural. Let's go. That was the end of the broadcast. I present a documentary about a group of mentally ill girls and their hopeless attempts at harassment. It would cause a big scandal if it ended up in the hands of the school board. Why you? She groaned with anguish. I'm sorry, Riki-kun, and I couldn't imagine they'd come up with something so rubbish, and because of that, I was late to notice. Kurugaya-san closed the door behind her. Well, as you can see, there are 2 instances of crime, and 2 direct perpetrators. One of them, Miss Stupizawa, is even named. What's more, your ulterior motive is as clear as day. That math teacher whom I dealt with last year, he made you an offer, did he not? He proposed that, if you completed this test to him, he would turn a blind eye to your truancy. Small people like that are beyond help. You leave them alone and they trample on your goodwill. And you, Suginami-kun? Eh? You were roped in by them. You couldn't stand seeing me and Riki-kun get along. Thought there was a problem with the way she put it. But you don't think you can achieve anything without trying. You have time for cheap tricks, you have time to convey your feelings, and should they not get through, accept defeat. You still can't give up, then keep struggling, even if the odds are overwhelming. Not everyone can be strong like you. People are all afraid of getting hurt. Not everyone can stay calm no matter what happens to them, like you. Is that what someone who hurt another should be saying? Stop justifying your actions. It doesn't matter. It's evident that you're a victim yourself. And what should I do with you two? She cast a sidelong glance at Takamiya and Katsuzawa, who kept silently staring at one another. It was quite amusing listening to your discourse with the math teacher. For starters, I emailed the full video with that included to him. Oh, that's right. I limited the broadcast to this classroom only for now. If you want, I could broadcast it for the entire school and even the people living in the vicinity to hear. Go ahead. Oh? Do that and you'll be a criminal. Are you talking about the listening device? I'm not so sure you fools are in any position to talk about rights. It was all within the limits of self-defense. If you think you can sue a convenience store for being captured on a surveillance camera, or do you not understand what I'm saying? If you back off now, I'll still let you off. Huh? I can't stand your guts. The very fact of your existence pisses me off. Don't tell me you forgot what you did last year when I was asked to join your pack of monkeys. If it weren't for you, things would have worked out so much better last year. What are you talking about? I turned down the offer to join their herd of monkeys, and it hurt her standing as the leader of the pack. Is that what Kengo referred to when he spoke of a similar thing happening last year? I always thought I was full of defects myself, but this is my first time dealing with humans with truly defective personalities. This is exactly why I can't stand about you. Rather than showing any signs of remorse, Takamiya was on the contrary getting mad. Fine, broadcast whatever you want, but if you do, I'll make your friends' lives a living hell. You're all such a merry bunch of friends, eh? You have no idea how many ways there are to ruin that paradise. The concept alone of what she was saying was completely sickening. The difference in our thought processes were too great. I meant to take that as a threat. Listen, what I'm saying is that no matter how many times you get back at us, it's no use. We won't stop until you start doing as we tell you. If you get it, then please say to stop it, Takamiya-san. Huh? Can't hear you. Ill you. Huh? I will kill you. In that instant, kaboom! A thunderous roaring sound filled the room. Kurogaya-san kicked the door, and just like that, the door was sent flying into the corridor, splitting in half upon impact as if hit the wall. I'll repeat that on your faces now. You will not be able to look at your faces in the mirror ever again. She was mad. Kurogaya-san was mad. Takamiya was flapping her mouth like a fish on dry land, trying to get words out. Kurogaya-san slowly walked up to her. Right now, I have no qualms about killing a person. Do you wish for me to kick you so hard that 2 liters of blood poured out from your mouth and all your organs cease to function? She was always saying those things as a joke, but even though her words were directed at me now, I felt a chill go down my spine. Weren't directed. Eek! I don't expect to hear words of apology from you. But if that taught you fear, don't ever get involved with me again. You worthless pieces of scum! She roared out. The 2 worthless pieces of scum fled running out of the classroom. Well, I wonder if my acting was a bit too intense. She immediately returned to her usual demeanor. Well, it's just as I said earlier, Suginami-kun. Eh? But I can sympathize with you. I'll pretend that you haven't done anything. Hope you won't get involved in it anymore either. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay. Suginami-san bowed her head and left the classroom. Now then, Riki-kun. Yeah? With that unbelievable event that had just unfolded before my eyes, my mind was in turmoil. I'm sorry. I had a rough time because of my personal problems. But why didn't you talk to me about it? If you did, I'd have nipped this in the bud right away. Yeah. I didn't feel like it. You're right. Looks like it was too much for me to handle. But I was afraid. I was afraid that you'd take it the wrong way and it'd be hard for you to stay on the team. But it seems I didn't have to worry about that either. Stretch. I finally realized this once I said it myself. It really was too much for me. As my words, a gentle smile rose on Kuragaya-san's face. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Maybe I'm capable of human emotions after all. Just now, weren't you really mad? Wouldn't you say that's an emotion? Yeah, I couldn't stand watching them mess around anymore. I like the fact that I'm part of the Little Busters now. I'll not forgive anyone violating this utopia of mine. And then she paused as though coming to realize something. I see, so I can be mad too. I must say, I really don't ever wish to see another fit of anger like that. Whew. So, what should we do about this? She walked to the door she had smashed earlier. It was split in half and there were pieces of glass scattered around. This is... I shuddered. A kick like that could have easily killed a person. I really shouldn't have let anger get the best of me. This happened because I wasn't thinking of the consequences. Whatever. She contemplated for a while. Oh right, why don't you call young man Masato? Come on, dash for it. I have no idea what you're planning. I'm telling you to go fetch Masato Inohara and no using your cell phone. Okay, I get it. Umu, Oni-san likes well-behaved kids. Didn't have an inkling what she was up to. Huh? Kurugaya called for me? Yeah, I don't know why though. Well, I don't mind. I took Masato back to the classroom. Whoa, what the hell is this? Masato yelled out after seeing the state of the door was in. Did a dump truck go through it or something? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the impact was even greater than that. Actually, where's Kuragaya-san? Huh? Did she call me just so I could see this? Well, this is quite rare. I'll give you that. Let me see. I see. Sato began conducting an impromptu investigation of the scene. This case is a mystery. No. Footsteps resounded on the linoleum. Kuragaya-san poked her head out from around the corner. Ah, Kuragaya-san. That gorilla did it. She pointed at Masato. Inohara, you? Behind her came her homeroom teacher. What? Alright, we can go now, Riki-kun. What? Hold on. She took my hand and started running. Hey, what's going on? She's the devil incarnate. And while thinking that, I looked at Kuragaya-san, who kept holding my hand, and I thought to myself, she has the strength that I don't. I thought she looked cool. Okay, I cleaned up the mess and we're safe now. Don't you feel sorry for Masato? I objected to Kuragaya-san's after regaining my breath. Kuragaya-san was perfectly calm. Yeah, did have to take up some of his time. I don't think that's the problem. Well, it's nothing to kill yourself over. Anyway, since it was Kuragaya-san, I knew she wouldn't have just pinned the crime on Masato. By the way... I'd like you to let go of my hand already. She had been holding my hand ever since then. Oh, my bad. She let go. And that instant... My knees buckled. The warmth of Kuragaya-san's hand enveloped mine again, feeling hot to my touch. What's with you? You tell me to let go and then grab my hand again. Young man? No. I'm okay. I tried to tell her that, but my head hurt too much. It was pulsating pain as my head was in a vise. Hey, what's wrong? I'm okay. I'm fine. I tried to move my lips, but my body was no longer listening to me. My vision went gray, and everything went dark. And I... Riki-kun, get a grip! I leaned over on Kuragaya-san. I'm just so pathetic. That was my last fading thought before I was plunged into darkness. Do I have to sleep again, no matter what? My headache didn't end. Even while I was dreaming, the vice in my head kept tightening. It was darkness. Yes, darkness. Everything was covered in darkness. No, it wasn't even darkness. Darkness only exists where there is light. So this was... Yes, there was nothingness. I wasn't seeing anything because there was nothing to see. And it felt like salvation to me. Only my headache never ceased. But here, this was the only proof of my existence. I hope this isn't a bad end. I could think again, and my body finally seemed willing to listen to my orders again. Move. Move my finger. I traced my finger over a bedsheet. Oh, I was roused from my slumber. A bed? But whose? And with that thought, I realized that someone was poking my cheek. And then pinching it, stretching it up and down. Then my nose was pinched shut. Phew! I opened my mouth, sucking in air. Oh, you woke up, Riki-kun. What are you doing? What if I suffocated to death? I told you before, you won't die. If you could die from just that, you'd have died 100 times by now. Well, I lifted my body up. My head still hurt a lot. I'm glad I heard of your chronic disease beforehand. I never thought you'd just collapse so suddenly like that. Yeah, I know. So then, you know that it's nothing to worry about? You were sleeping so sweetly, I couldn't worry even if I wanted to. I see. I wonder if it was because I didn't have a dream. Huh, so where am I? My room in the girls' room. It was tough to carry you all the way here without anyone noticing after you lost consciousness. I see. Sorry for the trouble. Hey, why did you even carry me over here? You could have asked Kyosuke or someone else to get me to the boys' dorm. Because it seemed like fun. Why else? Don't do something like that just because it seemed like fun. Moo, that's kind of reaction I wanted to see. Geez, why did this have to happen? What are you saying? It's a rare chance to see what it's like in the girls' dorm. How do I go back now? If they find me at this late hour, I'll be punished and will be treated as a pervert for the rest of my life. Why not? You'll be revered and worshipped as the Lord of Perversion for the rest of your school life. No thanks, because what kind of worship is that? Be that loud and you'll be found out. Ah! Well, just sneak out through the window later. We're on the first floor. Oh, right. The sun had set long ago and it was pitch black outside. I could escape whenever I wanted. This was Kuragaya-san's room. I found myself instinctively looking around, inspecting this and that in her room. What's wrong? If you're looking for my underwear, it's in the dresser over there. Wait, my underwear? Don't you want some? I don't mind if you take a pair with you. I'll do all sorts of things with my underwear every night, going ooh hey hey while sniffing it. Why are you treating me like a pervert every single time? I was under the impression that this is what the whole general populace would do. I don't want to live in a world where the general populace would do that. For Kuragaya-san, I suppose every normal person was a pervert. Well, that's enough joking. Sorry, but this isn't really the boys' dorm, is it? Without a shade of doubt, it's the girls' dorm. I feel like it's not that much different from my room. That's only natural. I barely touched the furniture, and I'm not the kind of person to decorate my room anyways. Yeah, it's kind of had her smell. It was subtle and refreshing compared to my room that only reeked of Masato and my sweat. So are you okay now? Yep, I'm fine. My head still hurt a bit, but the pain would be gone in no time. So, once again, we're alone in her room. Yeah, well, that's true. There she goes again. This is bad. I'm becoming too aware of her presence. Hey, I think I'll be going now. Why so suddenly? Well, I'm okay now. I got to my feet and headed for the window. Riki-kun? Eh? I'm sorry. I left your shoes at the entrance. I almost heard the sound of my peaceful everyday life shattering into pieces. The design of those shoes used by male students was distinctly different from those used by female students. Why did she leave them at the entrance? Moo, that's the kind of reaction I wanted to see. Yeah, got it. I already understood it on some level. When this person was joking like this, it usually meant everything would work out just fine. But still, it was bad for my heart. I'll go get them back. I'll try to be as stealthy as possible. I'm off, Colonel. Go on, make me proud. Kuragaya-san managed to bring my shoes back without anyone noticing. Mission complete. It seemed like she was thoroughly enjoying the mess she had caused. But even that side of her was cool, I thought to myself. Young man, do you still have a headache after all? No. You're pacing out so much, are you sure? He put her hands on my forehead. You don't seem to have a fever. Well, take some rest when you get back to the dorm. Your face is all red. Are you sure you don't have a fever anyway? Yeah, I told you I'm fine. I retreated from her hand. Well, this time, I'm really going. That's right. She took a cassette out of her pocket. Is that? It's the tape I used for the broadcast back then. I retrieved it while you were asleep. I see. She had just left it there and someone stumbled upon it. It turned into a scandal. So what should I do with this? How about you kick it into pieces and throw it into the sewage drain? That's another tasteful suggestion, young man. She smiled innocently. Roger that. I'll carry it out later. Yeah, please do. Both laughed and then I snuck out through the window. If somebody discovered me, it'd really spell the end of my peaceful everyday life. Whatever. Someone managed to get to the boys' dorm unnoticed. Oh, Ricky. Masato, how'd it go? Yeah, well, how should I put it? The teacher was surprisingly worried about me. Come again? For some reason, he thought that I tripped over and crashed into the door with a bang. Did Kuragaya set it up? She was so thoughtful even while using me to clean up her mess. Ah, I see. Looks like it's not much harm had come to him. Can it be helped since it was an accident, or something like that? It was way more believable than that Masato shattered the door by crashing into it, than that me or Kuragaya-san had done it anyway. Wasn't sure how ethical it was to take advantage of Masato, just because it was so easy though. It really is, you know. She's reckless, that Kuragaya-san. Well, she's reckless, alright. So, where have you been all this time? Eh? I fell asleep again. I see. But I was fine. Kuragaya-san looked after me. Looked after you? Where? In her room, but... Oh my. What was that face? No, by her room you mean. I mean in the girls' dorm. Oh my. Come on, what's with that face? You're a hero. Forgetting I simply collapsed and was brought there. When I said this, I remembered the situation in her room. What are you spacing out for? No, it's nothing. Yeah, right. You're acting weird. I told you it's nothing. And then? Yo, I'm here to kill time. Yahoo! Yahoo! Oh, weird timing. He's been acting weird. Hey, don't say anything uncalled for. Did something happen after all? That's right. I haven't told anyone about what happened today yet. Ah, yeah. I started with recounting what happened today. I see. So it's all solved now. Well, it ended anyway. It ended well. Yeah. Ricky? Yeah, what? Did you catch a cold or something? It's been out of it for a while. I know a good medicine for that. I'm fine. Oh yeah, listen to this. He's been to Kurugaya's room today. Hey, what are you saying? You're a hero. You have to tell us about it. Kyosuke was peering into my face intently. His look, it felt like he could see right through me. Well, who cares? Let's play cards or something. What about Rin? Isn't it okay if it's just us here, us guys, every once in a while? You're so clever, Ricky. Here. Good boy, good boy. He tickled me under my chin with his fingers, and I didn't say anything more. We started playing Daihinmin. Alright, 3 cards. I don't have anything. I'll pass. Ricky, your turn. Yeah. I felt hazy from everything that happened today. All of it seemed more like a dream than reality. Hey, your turn. Kuragaya-san was so cool. Hey, what's wrong with him? It's like his mind is somewhere else. Eh? My turn. I put my cards down. Hey, I put 3 cards. Oh, I see. What you feel is your heart racing. Are you for real? Did you fall for Kuragaya-san after you went to her room? No, it's not like that. It's just that I think she's really cool. Huh? Ricky, what? Do you like Kuragaya? Listen. You can't hide it. It's written all over your face. I can't think of anything but her, it says. It was no use. Kyosuke had already noticed. As I suspected, what you felt was your heart racing. What he said was too inconsistent with the way he looked. Yeah? Are you for real? I'm awesome. I was the first to notice. I'm absolutely sure he hadn't noticed anything. Then it's no time to be playing cards. But how did it come to this all of a sudden? Look, isn't she cool, Kuragaya-san? Cool? Whoa. Off with your head. A knee hold on his neck, a guillotine from hell. Ka-cha! Ka-arg! Kill. Scary! I think that attack had traumatized him. But you know? Waha! Be afraid! Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta! Yeah! What the heck? She's scary. You couldn't put it past Kuragaya-san to pull out a machine gun during battle. She's cool, huh? Whoa, here we go again. I will rip your guts out. Kuragaya attacks a swift blow to Kyosuke's abdomen, splits him open and scatters his innards around. Yeah! What are they picturing right now? She's seriously scary. Wait, when did that ever happen? Well, I have no clue why, but you seem to have fallen for Kuragaya. Maybe I did. You're not making yourself very clear. Having the question thrust directly at me, I couldn't answer. There was an awkward silence. Masato folded his arms and sank into thought. Masato never seemed to have much interest in that sort of thing. Next to him was Kyosuke, deep in thought as well. It appeared to me that he was slightly concerned about something, but then he recovered his usual expression. Well, for starters, he picked up the conversation again. That means we have to provide you with backup. Huh? No, it's cool. So you'll do something about it by yourself? I don't think I can. I have no idea what I could do, and I don't think I'll be able to come up with anything. What about Rin? Well, she's going to help too. So it'll be the usual 5 of us. Finally, we're doing something little Buster-ish again. It's gonna be fun. Kyosuke sounded happy as he said it. It's been bugging me for a while, but isn't it about time we changed the little part already? Why? It's just stuck with us ever since we were kids. Since we're grown up, how about Big Busters? Whoa there, we're not that big. I didn't think that mere words could freak you out to that extent. What about middle or medium? How about Onimusha? A furious demon-like warrior, or a person who seems like one. Onimusha Busters. Completely out of the blue. What do you think about tropical lemonades? I'm not sure about that, or rather, I have no idea what it means. Everyone was thinking hard. Isn't it fine? Why change little at all? You think so? Well, for now, Kyosuke closed the topic. The target this time is Kurugaya. The goal is to ensure things go perfectly well between her and Ricky. The operation name is Operation Little Love Hunters. Wasn't so sure about the operation name. Next morning, it was time for practice. We were all gathered in the courtyard. Well, today we commenced the Operation Little Love Hunters. Never heard anything so lame. Not like it matters, but isn't it kind of redundant to repeat operation twice? Don't fuss over the small details. We're going to try an aggressive approach first. Aggressive? Well, we're going to make an explosion of emotions inside her. I see. But how exactly are we going to do that? Just show her who's boss and tell her starting tomorrow you'll be making me a bento every day or something. Are you sure that's the best way? Get off your high horse then, Mr. Love Guru. Why don't you suggest something then? Okay, I got it. Then why don't you two give it a go first? What? Alright, I'll go too. We're going to try it on the other members first. If we move around too much, we'll rouse suspicion. Then Ricky is going to use the method that proved to be the most effective to ask Kurugaya out. That's trembling. I feel like a warrior going to battle. That means you won't get to choose whom you ask out. Why don't we decide it by drawing lots? You mean Komari, Kud, Sayusa, Ichizono, the 4 of them. What remains to decide who goes for whom? I'll prepare tokens with numbers on from 1 to 4. I'll ask you to assign the numbers, Ricky. Okay, got it. I'll help you with making the tokens then. Okay, thanks. Received a notebook from Kyosuke together with scissors and a pen. How do I go about reassigning the numbers? Number 1 will be... should we go in order here? Alright, Komari-san will be first. Number 2 will be... Alright, Kud will be second. And number 3 will be... Alright, Aruka-san will be third. That just leaves the 4th person. I think I'm done. Took one more glance. Guess that's about it. Are you done? Yep. Okay, here I go. Results are Masato is first, Kengo is second, Kyosuke third, which means for Masato it's Komari-san. For Kengo, it's Kud. For Kyosuke, it's Haruka-san. Alright, the trees over there looks like a nice place. Rin, go fetch the target. I don't really get it, but I got it. Rin called the target and came back. I called her. Okay, well done, Rin. Now let's see what he's gonna do. Okay, here goes. Masato headed toward the tree. This'll go well. Komari, we need to talk. Fue, what is it? Starting tomorrow, you'll be making me a bento every day. A bento? Did you lose your lunch money? No, it's not really. Yep, I know how you feel. It happened to me before. Lost my wallet, even though it turned up soon. But I didn't have lunch for 3 days. It was so tough. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Wait, it's not? It's not exactly maybe wrong. Yep, so when in trouble, we should help each other out. Here's a Belgian waffle for you. Wait, I mean, not now. Hey. Well, I'm busy, so I'll see you later. Komari-san handed him a waffle and was already walking out of sight. Did you see that? It was a piece of cake. I can't believe you can say that with a straight face. The only emotion he roused in her was unquestionably pity, or piddle. Either or. Anyhow, it's Kengo's turn. Ready when you are. Okay, Rin, one more time. Got it! Well, let's see how far Kengo, known as the romantic president, will get. Never heard anyone call him that. Nomi, do you have a moment? Yes, what's the matter? Let's talk about love. Love? You wish to talk about your own existence? That's so very philosophical. No. Miyazawa-san, where do you come from and where does your path lead? I came from the sea, and I'm heading to the mountains, I guess. So philosophical! The sea is the origin of all life. From thence you came ashore now, and with a sword you make your way for the mountains. And then, hold on, do you think you can just go through? Boss, it's the guy with the reward in his head. What? Okay, charge! Right? Which of them is me? The person who goes is the guy with the reward in his head. That went well. I'd rather I had at least been the brigand, no, the boss. So you were a petty bandit, eh? A failure. Whoop. Well, it's finally my debut. Kyosuke stepped forward, radiating an aura of self-confidence. Like before, he asked Rin to summon the target. In the meanwhile, he was setting something up in the courtyard. Isn't that against the rules? Well, let's see how it goes. Watch out! Yeah? Whoa! Suddenly pounced at her, and the two rolled on the ground. Listen well, you're being targeted. What? I'm being targeted? He picked up a pebble. Look, he tossed it where Haruka-san had been standing before. Boom! Pebble went sent flying into the air together with clouds of earth. Ha! Quiet, do you want them to find us? Well, I just said ha! Don't say anything. But the reason why I could save you now is because I've always been looking at you. Nothing less from Kyosuke. Yeah, he can handle it all. Scenario, directing, acting. What? I want a 24-hour surveillance. However, his words didn't reach her. Well, did someone say I'm only doing bad things? Separated herself from Kyosuke's embrace. Dash! She ran away. Wait up, that way is. He chased after her. Boom. Bada boom. The ground beneath them exploded and we were both sent flying in opposite directions. Yeah! Oh my god! Love it. It's not just an explosion of emotions, it's a genuine explosion. He's stupid. He's stupid, sure enough. Well, that's how it goes. He came back with a look of confidence. Where's that confidence coming from after you totally screwed up? Was that right, by the way? Looks like 4 wards is next. That's because he's stupid. Who even said I must always be perfect in everything? Whoa, he sounded like a kid throwing a tantrum. But I almost wanted to apologize and acknowledge that he's right. I'm just ahead of the times. It actually had a real old school vibe to it, and it reminded me of the old action flicks. So what do you think? Was it a good reference? It was completely useless as a reference, and now I'm beginning to get worried instead. It will serve as a warning example of how not to do it instead. Yeah, but thanks for your support anyway. I'll go for it now. Attack chance! I don't need a commentator. All 4 of them watched me as I walked off as I headed to where Kurogaya-san was. What are you up to? I've been watching you for a while. That was the first thing she said. Did you see that? I was shocked. Umu. The part... Oh, whoops. The part where Mr. Kyosuke blew himself up. Looks like she didn't find out our purpose then. Well, I bet you were up to no good anyway. If you were inviting girls, why wasn't I called? Well, it would have been bad if I did. So you prefer being invited then, instead? Well, yeah. Say, when it came down to it, I had trouble getting the words out of my mouth. I couldn't even look her in the eyes. She peered into my face. What I'm saying is, you like tea, don't you, Kurogaya-san? You're asking me out for tea? Yeah. That's quite considerate of you, Riki-kun. If you intend to thank me for always treating you to tea, I'll gladly accept it. Yeah, well, let's say that's the plan. Oh, Moo, those feelings of gratitude toward Oni-san are well appreciated. but I don't really have that much money. Worry not. I wasn't going to take you treat me to anything expensive tea either. Going today would be too soon, I guess. I don't really mind. I'm busy on Sundays, so what should we do? How about we go after school on Monday? After school afternoon tea, so to say. Well, guys, I'm looking at the clock. Okay, I'm fine with that. Looking forward to it. I return. Alright, I will end it with few. It was a lot easier than I thought. We'll end at the baseball field here. Whew! We got a lot done today, guys. And tomorrow, we'll get even more done. But, well, no one watched on Twitch, sadly. Not a single person came. This game is sadly not popular, nor is my streams and me. But I'm sure people will be seeing it on YouTube. So if you see this on YouTube, then, heyo, this is for you. But thanks for watching, YouTube friends. I will see you in the next video with another little Buster stream. Until then, try to get over this heat that we're having. And if you're watching this during the winter time, then never mind. Alright, take care. I'm rambling. Be well. Bye!